always forget which one's going to start first. But I think I got it right. Yay! Hey, everyone. Oh, shoot, live chat. Hey, Mrs. Cassandra, Laugh Through Life. Dottie Morgan, hey. The crazy lady. Yeah, I thought we'd start off with the Chihuahuas tonight, Dottie. After that, I'll be honest, I don't really have a whole lot planned. I thought we could maybe even leave it up to the chat. Anything you want to watch. So it doesn't have to be Katie related either. Whatever. Something I would prefer to do something fun or funny though. I mean, that's all. Other than that, whatever. Hey, always grateful. Diane, meow now. Meow now. Hey, Nat. I'm going to just give it a couple more minutes. Hey, Frank, Shazzy. I'm watching you and KJ at the same time. Are you double teaming us, Frank? No, I'm kidding. Hey, Tennessee Ball. Hey, Carly. Birds of a Feather, Laugh Through Life. I think, I don't know if I said that one already. Hey, Yoo-hoo. Hey, Kiki. Thank you, Kiki. John, did you see James Charles' tweet about going after people for defamation? No, I did not. I'll check that out in just a second. Hey, Nikki. Hey, Poodlerific. Kitten on the keys. Carly, Hoot 3. Been in hospital since Easter. Oh, no. Came home tonight finally. Oh, well, welcome home. I'm glad you're home. Oh, you had a silent stroke? I'm sorry. I hope you're okay. You're home, so I mean, you must be doing okay. I mean, I think I would think. Otherwise, I might consider suing the hospital. But hey, April. Okay. Okay. Oh, Twitter. That's right. I was gonna say there's something I wanted to do here just now. I can't remember what now. Twitter. Yes, I knew I'd probably be playing files or whatever, or sharing tabs, so I'm on Chrome already, so I hate Chrome. But I'm on it, though, already, so there's that. Oh, that reminds me. Yes, that's what we have to talk about. Oh my God, I almost forgot. Holy crap. You think wow, what's wrong with me? Gmail. I had an interesting item in my email last night. So I'm going to pull that up and I'm going to share it. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. So I downloaded. Okay. Everything takes so long. There it is. Okay. So let me share the screen now. So this is what I ended up with in my email yesterday. At first, I didn't know if it was real, what to think of it. So I looked it over, shared it with a couple people, and we came to the conclusion that it is not real. But this is a cease and desist notice, a fake one, mind you, and it's allegedly from, or appearingly from Gordon, Tilden, Thomas, and Cordell from Seattle, Washington. And dear Ms. Costello, this letter has been issued to you because of false statements made against my client, Mrs. Paulson, and her business without a crystal ball on social media, which construes as harassment, causing substantial loss of earnings and damage to credibility and reputation. Failure to discontinue the aforementioned activity will result in legal action being taken against you. If the above activity continues, we will be forced to petition the district court to issue a temporary restraining order against you and the accomplices involved in the above activity. We will also be obliged to sue for monetary damages that will be proved during legal proceedings. Hopefully there will be no need for this type of recourse, but if we have to protect our interests, we're prepared to do so in a court of law. This is the first and last warning letter. If you fail to confirm or respond to our letter in writing by 425, whatever, that you will discontinue the specified illegal activity, then we will have no choice but to file a lawsuit against you immediately. Regards, Michael P. Brown. So yeah, no, this is not real. Katie did not send me a cease and desist. Apparently other people have received these too, and the same thing with theirs. Apparently though, some people's, the grammar and everything is much worse than mine. Apparently mine's one of the better ones. So, but yeah, this is not real. So if you have received cease and desist, you are advised to send it to the FBI. I was supposed to have a link, but it doesn't look like I have a link yet. Let me check my email. No, I don't have a link yet, so I'll keep working on that. And as soon as I get the link, I'll share it and everything. But if you're someone who received one of these, if you have any suspicions that it is real, by all means contact Mr. Brown and see for yourself. But mine is not real, and several other people in the community have received one, and theirs is not real. So chances are, if you were to receive one, yours is not real either. No, it doesn't, Kiki. No. Kiki asks, does the bottom of the email contain a bunch of disclaimers and legal junk? If not, it isn't from a lawyer. No, it doesn't. And it, like this one here, it has a lot of weird capitalization of words. Like there's no rhyme or reason to it. Just every so often a word will come up and the first letter is capitalized for no reason. So that was like the first clue. The fact that it was just sent through email, that I didn't receive anything, like not even in snail mail, let alone like certified or anything, nothing. So I see another idiot sock account on Twitter being vile again today. They are just ridiculous. I think they tagged you. It's all right. At least someone's thinking of me. Oh, now she got one too. Okay, definitely fake. I got one too. I freaked out. I didn't freak out. Well, maybe for a second I was like, oh shit, But home with Expogen till I have a stent put in. Well, I mean, I hope you get the stent put in soon. I mean, that's I don't know. That's a little worrisome. But I'm assuming that the stent's supposed to like help rectify the issue causing the issue. I don't know much about strokes or anything, so I apologize if I sound ignorant. But yeah, after I thought about it though, and I'm like, well, if it is real, this could be awesome. That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, does she want to turn like people into martyrs? I mean, whatever. But then as I thought about it, I'm like, yeah, I don't think it's real. I don't think she's that stupid. She wouldn't do this. No, it's not from KJ. It's not. It says it is, but it's not. Let me remove that so people coming in don't see it and assume. Okay. Yeah, no, no one, to my knowledge, no one actually received a cease and desist from Katie. They just received a fake cease and desist letter from God knows who. But it wasn't Katie. It wasn't her attorney Brown. And besides that, if she were to send a cease and desist to any of us, anyone really, I don't know why she would use her Washington lawyer for that. I would think that she would use a Minnesota lawyer. Okay, fine, a federal lawyer or whatever, or one that works in federal court, but why she would use Brown, I don't get it. You're so kind. She's not that stupid. I don't think she is. I don't know. I could be wrong. Jesse posted a fake counterclaim he claims is from Conspiracy. I don't even know what the real ones look like to know what a fake one looks like. Yeah, but I mean, he's got his own thing going on with Conspiracy and that crew, whatever's going on. I don't know. But like there's, for whatever reason, there's animosity there. So if he did in fact forge a claim or whatever, it's understandable. I mean, because of the animosity, it's not unexpected that someone would do something like that, if there's animosity. but there's, to my knowledge, there's no animosity between myself and Jesse, or most of the people in the community at this time. So I'm not sure why. I mean, he wouldn't be behind anything like this. That just doesn't. I don't. I know you didn't say that, but just maybe that's where your mind was going. But I read your comment. That's where my mind went. So that's all I'm saying. No, she didn't know what melanin is. Yeah, this is another thing, Claire Murphy. When I was reading that, Claire Murphy says a cease and desist needs to include specific details of what the issue is and what law you're breaking. I was reading that and I was like, well, this doesn't tell me what I need to discontinue. And what kind of lawyer wouldn't make that perfectly clear? Because I mean, if he's representing his client, and or if they're representing their client and they have their client's best interests in mind, then they would want to be clear and precise and, just very, descriptive. They would want to get their point across without any, um, I can't even think of words tonight. But yeah, you're right. We'll leave it at that. Diane Harlow. Sue, I think that this is really strange that this is still happening. I feel longer. It's a cover up. Yeah, I think it's kind of strange too. I do. Um, but again, I mean, I know that you say that. What was it you said there? Just so I can get it right. That it's still happening. Okay, I just took that as it's still happening. Like after like um the court was, or the court case has since been dismissed. I do find it strange, but then I remember there's still another court case going on. There's a lawsuit going on right now, and that's Tati and Swanson, and then they could be in settlement talks right now. I don't know, but if they are, then in a sense that lawsuit is still ongoing, and whether they're in settlement or not, I think that there's going to be a refiling coming before the end of May. But even if they are in settlement talks and were to agree to something, they still have to refile. So in a sense, that court case is still just, I don't know. It's ongoing in spirit, I guess, just not the literal sense. Maybe, I don't know. He's an odd one. I just avoid him, honestly. And there's a lot of odd people in this community, I notice. I may be one of them, though. The stroke was in my heart, so 1/3 not working properly. Have appointment next week with cardiologist to set up for surgery. Oxygen and meds removes the stream. Well, okay, well that's good. Weeks. It's just a week. Well. I hope you feel better. I hope it all works out for you and everything. I mean, it's gotta be pretty scary. I didn't know what a cease and desist is. I saw a legal document and freaked out. LOL. I can laugh now, but I was really scared. Yeah, I mean, I sat there thinking for a second and everything. I'm like, do I mean, I don't know. I just knew that, okay. I just knew that if it were her, then, I probably couldn't be the only one. I can't imagine she would just single one person out, let alone me. So, and then I sat there thinking, well, if she's going to send these out for real to multiple people, but she's just going to be digging herself in a hole. So, is the arrows in the way? Now I don't know where it went. Oh, is the client number on the letter? Client number? I see nothing of the sort. Nope. And someone else had mentioned earlier, asking if there was like a whole bunch of like disclaimers and stuff like that at the bottom of the email, and there's nothing like that. It's literally just what I read. But the email address provided is actually Michael Brown's email address. Come to find out, I did a search on it. So Thank you. Thank you. I'm tired tonight, so thank you. Anyways, someone had I was answering this. Where'd it go now? I think it was. I thought it was. Is it Diane who asked it? Yeah. Okay. Right. It's been dismissed, and it seems very suspicious. I realize they could be talking, but why would someone even consider it without a filing? Um, I. I mean, I think that the fact that Fauci side has already shown that they're capable of filing because they already filed one, and they already went through the motions and everything of a lawsuit. They showed that it, they showed that calling their bluff would likely just backfire on you. So, in that regard, I think that they can safely assume that they will file again. So, I guess then it makes considering talking about a settlement all the more beneficial, I guess. Did you catch any of the video with the four lawyers today? KG Suit was mentioned. No, I didn't. I didn't. I had to work today. So I haven't even been sitting down the computer at all. And that's right. I was going to check James Charles's Twitter. Okay. I don't think I follow him. I don't know. No, I don't follow him. Oh well. Does he really have his phone number up in his why? Oh my god, it's crazy. So it's something about defamation. Do you know when it was posted? Who asked me about that? Was it John or Frank? Oh yes, right. I did hear about that. We had a mass shooting in Indianapolis. I haven't read or heard much about it. I just know that it happened, something about a FedEx store or something, I want to say. Yeah, I do. I do. Like year round too. Just they don't go away. And wearing the mask and everything at work, it's just and it gets so hot in there sometimes. It drives me nuts. Yes, I mean, if you're the praying kind, yes, absolutely. Send some prayers to Indianapolis. I don't know much about it though or anything yet. We had a little bit of local excitement here in our news. My husband, I'm sure KJ would be like, my husband worked for FedEx 20 years ago, so this affects us personally. We got mail at FedEx yesterday, and it was late. This this is deeply affecting our lives. Earlier, AFC or Augie RFC had a live stream showing a compilation of the Frenemies podcast calling JC a P word over and over. Huh. All right, so let's check out his tweets. It doesn't say anything about defamation. He's only had one recent tweet though. All the rest are from March. And like I'm under the tweets and replies section too, so I'm getting them all pulled up. Although there's this thing though, I don't know, accountability is something that I have spoken about a number of times in the past. In my most recent video, I spoke about and took accountability for my part in conversations I had with a few individuals who told me they were over the age of 18. As I said in that video, I can't show change overnight, but will over time. Since posting that video, many other people have come forward with a series of misleading stories and false allegations, which have been reported on by many people, creators, and news outlets. My legal team has begun taking action against those that have spread misinformation and or created completely fake stories, as this has gone too far. These stories have caused many of my long-term partners to receive considerable negative feedback, one of them being Morph. Okay, I think that's how you pronounce it. I've loved every moment working together and am beyond grateful for what we've created together. That being said, I reached out to them and we mutually agreed to wind down our James Charles and Morph collaboration. Oh, okay, it's a brand, which is my only project with them. I'm continuing to take time away to learn, grow, and listen, and look forward to coming back one day in the future as a better version of myself. I mean, I'm not ready to write James Charles completely off. Um, like he's definitely suspect as hell. I mean, and he's obvious, yeah, totally done some questionable shit, at least from what I've seen. But I'm not sure of his intentions behind all of it. It's still shady, it's still wrong, it's still he's got a lot of learning to do, but I'm not quite ready to just label him yet. I'm not ready to label him harmless. I'm not ready to label him anything else yet. Um, yeah, I remember you that time. So, is my okay. I'm going to go pull up the Chihuahuas. The Chihuahuas. Okay, found it. Are you referring to the explosion? What explosion? We had an explosion around here? No, I was referring to Ethan Klein has said JC is a proven P word, which come back to bite him. I didn't see anything that proved anything. I mean, I saw things that proved that shit needed to be addressed, shit needed to be handled or whatever. Like I said, I'm not at all ready to label him as harmless, but um, see, I think too. I mean, I think just how stupid and idiotic I was at 20 years old. Then on top of it, I sit here and wonder what I would be like if I had millions of dollars at my fingertips. Um, I had a huge online presence, social media presence. If I was working with, major companies, international companies and whatever, selling products and stuff. I mean, I don't know what kind of person I would be. And it's no excuse, don't get me wrong, but it can be a reason for things. And just, I don't know. I think it needs to be addressed though, bottom line. That's all I'm going to say about it because I don't really know enough to say anything else really. But hey, Pearl, I'm afraid I don't know what explosion you're talking about. Utica, right? Yeah, Fire Cruise North Utica. What? That's where I grew up. Was North Utica? No shit. Oh, no, I don't know. I haven't seen or heard anything yet. I don't live on the north side anymore. No, what I was referring to was we have a local celebrity here. This dude named Rainbow. Um, pretty much you go like down to our bar section there on the west side of Barrack Street. It's called. If you go there on any busy night or any Saranac Thursday night, um, you'll see him out one of the corners playing a guitar with like three strings, or some other musical instrument and singing horribly, and everyone gives him money for it. They love him, and he will do it at various other points at stores or whatever. I mean, he's panhandling in a sense, but he doesn't ask for money really. People give it to him anyways. But he's kind of become like one of a figure of Utica, and people care about him. Um, well, I guess last night or something down on Berwick Street, he was jumped, he was assaulted, and his accordion, I guess, was damaged. So some people started a GoFundMe for him, and they're asking for like $2,000 or something for a new accordion, and they ended up getting like $6,000, and then they decided to shut down the fundraiser, and they ordered him a new accordion, and it's coming in shortly, and whatever. So, but yeah, that was our local news today. Like everyone was talking about it. It was crazy. But no, I'll look up the Utica explosion thing shortly. Okay, so what I have pulled up now is Dottie Morgan was kind enough to share this with me like 2 streams ago, but I never got around to playing it, so I'm playing it now. This is it's only an audio. I guess it's an audio video. There's video, but there's no picture. It's just like I think UniRock covers the camera or something, so that's why you see picture, but the audio is still there. And he he's for a while now, what he likes to his like to do is take his phone with him. He goes out on a walk or whatever at night or during the day. I don't even know. It sounds like night because of crickets and shit or animals, but he'll walk around and just talk. That's what he does, just talk. And a couple of times, like he was chased by dogs or something. And this one I'm about to play here, he was chased by like the small little yappy dog. We just assume it's a Chihuahua, but like he like almost gets taken out by it. It's funny. So we were talking about it like 2 streams ago, and I thought we'd play it. So because who doesn't like to laugh sometimes, even at UniRock? Yeah, I would. Yeah, exactly. You're gonna have to imagine the visual. Okay, imagine UniRock with his vape pen and his I don't know whatever shit he's got on his head. He's just strutting along down the road. He's talking, his bullshit into his phone. His neighbors are probably just like, who's this weird guy walking down the street? And this other neighbor's probably like, oh, my dog's out there. I'm gonna let my dog see what my dog does. Maybe the dog will take care of him. And then the dog comes running out and just starts yipping at him. And oh no, oh no! That's what I'm picturing. I'm picturing him like running away. No, no, no. So okay. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and play it. Oh wait, I gotta share the screen first. My bad.
Whoa! What are you doing, dude? What are you doing, puppy? You're not supposed to be on the street. You're gonna get run over, dude. What? This is my road too. Go, get out of here, Chihuahua. You're not biting my foot. I'll kick you. You'll be like a football. You'll be like a football, bro. I swear to God, bro, you about to turn into a football, motherfucker. That's right. That's right. I like Chihuahuas. Why are you doing this? We could have a good relationship. Okay, sorry. He was trying to bite my toe. Oh my God, your freaking little dog mouth is so small you wouldn't even be able to bite my toe, bro. Whoa! What? Get out of here, crazy! I won't hurt you. I don't want to hurt you, but I will. So get out of here. I know ninjutsu, motherfucker. You should see this little dog. He's so cute. He's trying his best to act all mean. He gets all scared.
I have to hear that again.
He got all scared, and I feel bad. I don't want to hurt you, but I'm going to bite my toe. Oh my God, your freaking little dog mouth is so small you wouldn't even be able to bite my toe, bro. Whoa! What? Get out of here, crazy! I won't hurt you. I don't want to hurt you, but I will. Get out of here. I know ninjutsu, motherfucker. You should see this little dog. He's so cute. He's trying his best to act all mean. He gets all scared when I dashed at him. He got all scared, and I feel bad now. I didn't hurt him. I didn't touch him. What are you coming back for more? Oh, I got a lot. I'll give you a lot, my dude. Oh, I can dish it out. That's right. Why don't you go ask those ghost roosters about me, motherfucker? God damn, he's chasing me up the street. Okay, now I'm back.
Is it just me? This sounded like a big Chihuahua, though. I mean, I heard the barking. I'm like, shit, maybe it's not a Chihuahua. And then he started yelling Chihuahua. So, but that was freaking awesome. Oh my God. I heard like parts of it. I never heard say I listened to the whole thing before. That was awesome. Oh my God, that was so worth it. Thank you. Thank you, Dottie, for sharing that. Thank you. That was so awesome. I'm feeling kind of greedy, says, I always think, imagine looking out your window witnessing this. Yes, yes, that's awesome. Oh God. I just remembered all my shit is, all my devices are dead and I haven't plugged anything in yet. No, it's a chihuahua. I know that noise. Okay. I don't know. It sounded like a big chihuahua, but um, I didn't bring that, or did I? Great. Oh well. All right, sure. I do need that. Damn it. 1 second, guys. I have to just go grab my iPad real quick. Be right back. Oops. Okay, I'm back. All right. So now as far as what to play next, if there's anything anyone has would like to play or like to suggest or whatever, or share whatever, go for it. I mean, you don't have to, I'm not setting rules here or whatever, just recommend anything you want. But I would prefer just to kind of keep things on an upbeat kind of way, like laughing maybe a little because it's Friday night. Why not? Why not on Friday? Yeah, John, that's absolutely true. In fact, there are more, or John says, seems like the smaller the dog, the more aggressive they are. In fact, there are more people bitten by Chihuahuas than any other dog breed. It's just they're Chihuahuas, so they don't really do like any serious damage. So that's why they don't really get the recognition for it so much. I have a 120-pound Great Dane and a Chihuahua. Guess which one bit the neighbor? Yep. Hmm. Can we talk about pineapple pizza? Sure, we can. We can always talk about pineapple pizza. Wait, this said no. I'm guessing it's a typo. No mukbangs, please. Well, unless it's a Todd mukbang, right? I mean, we can still watch those. I'm kidding. Don't pick a Chihuahua as mine's a sweetie. I have met a few nice, sweet Chihuahuas, though. Not many. A friend of mine I grew up with, she had one of those little poodles. It wasn't like a teacup one, but it was a small poodle. And it was the most vicious dog ever, ever. Oh God, it's horrible. No, because it's gross. It was a little funny though, but I won't. I won't. Ooh, weirdest bartending story. Oh God. Um, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of weird shit, but after like so many years, you kind of forget a lot of it. Some gross ones. Most of them though, they didn't necessarily happen while bartending. They happen while in a bar though. Usually, I get started with, "Oh my God, I was so drunk," but it's usually how it went. Hello, peeps. Is it safe to come out? Sure, it's safe to come out. Oh, that's why I was grabbing my tablet. That's why I wanted to say something, but I have to wait till it comes back on because I need the app. So I'm afraid I'm gonna forget though. I have it on my phone. I don't think I do. Oh, cool. Okay. So, where is it? Okay, so there are two people I want to say thank you to for each of them for sending me a PayPal. I don't know if they want me to reveal names because one of them that came with a message, and reading the message, I'm thinking that they would prefer I didn't thank them by name personally. So I'm going to withhold the name, but you'll know who you are. So if you hear this or you see this, whatever, and you're cool there, you would like me to say your name, just reach out to me, let me know, and I will happily, thrillingly do so. But I am going to just say initials here. So just think, and this is for both of them. So just in case, but what one of them, one of the PayPals. Thank you so much, DS. Thank you so much for your PayPal today. Um, awesome. I mean, I've been needing new glasses, and I finally got to order them today. Thank you so much. Um, and how would I guess LC will say is the other one. Thank you. And I read your message. So this is why I'm going with LC. Again, reach out to me. I know we've spoken before on Twitter. So thank you very much. And just, send me a message. So, okay. All right. Anyone else have Swiss cheese blackouts? Huh? Oh, like you remember walking in like, yes. Oh my God. Yes, I do. I mean, well, not normally, like while drinking or something. Yes, but like I don't get those now just for the hell of it. Oh, Dottie, I'm looking at your message. Are they up on your channel? Like, are they like the Katie ones? I don't know why I have a cough out of me. Oh, yeah, lots of drinks were involved. I could write a book about being a massage therapist. Oh, I bet. I bet. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. I see it. Do you have a more recent one from a month ago? Because you just said that a new one. So I got the impression that a recent one. And I would like to play the recent one if there's a more recent one. That's all. Because there might be more relatable, funny memes in it. um, eh, um, okay. It's about a month. Okay, yeah. All right, this one I saw. All right, cool. I'm gonna play that one then. So this is. I'm gonna put the clip in the a clip in the a link to it in the description. Or I don't even know. I'm so tired. I'm going to put a link in the chat, and I'll probably add one to the description later too. So, but this is Dottie Morgan's video. It is titled UniRock Memes Part 2. Okay, so let me set up share screen. Okay, what else I here? Nice to say that I watched the replay. Oh, I wanted to say that I watched the replay with your vaccine friend, and I think you need to go live with her again. She was so funny commentating. Yeah, we are. She's supposed to. last we spoke, she was supposed to. We planned on her stopping in here tonight. She just wanted to like. She was afraid that she wasn't very. I don't know that she maybe didn't explain things well enough or something, and just in a couple of areas, whatever. She just wanted to touch base on those and to come in and say hi to everyone. Um, I'm still expecting her, but I don't know when. If not tonight, then another night real soon. Though, yes, a lot of people liked her, so that was cool. She's been kind of thinking and toying with the idea of starting her own YouTube channel. So there was another thing I had said to her. Oh, there she is. There's Berber. Yeah, so she's been toying with the idea of starting a YouTube channel. So and that's another thing I said to her. I said, well, come on, come on mine. Just, give it a try. See what you think. See what if you like it or, see, get an idea of what maybe you might need to work on or, or know that you don't have to work on, whatever. So another reason why she came on and will come on again and hopefully again and again and again. It's okay, Robert. Don't worry. I'm going to be here for a little while still. Yes, I did hear about. I saw. I got a tweet notification about it. Apparently, I followed Jeffree Star, but I don't know why I followed him, but no one else. Did you hear about Jeffree Star and a friend in a bad car accident? He's in the hospital. I did, but the tweet came through though on his account, so I got the impression that maybe he would be okay. But yeah. Once you get that big, you probably have social media managers. So what do I know? Well, I hope he's okay. I hope he and his friend are okay. Yeah, you know what? That's kind of what maybe we can do that tonight. If no one minds, or even if people have a suggestion in this regard. I have an idea for a video I want to do on Uni, or kind of like another series like Entitlement Translator, but for Uni. It's along that lines. Um, so I'm right now. I've been just starting to go through some of his videos. So if anyone had any suggestions there, I would love to hear them. And that maybe we can even pull one or two of them up tonight or whatever, play and check them out. Not as quick as Long Island iced teas though. Ouch. Man, I haven't had one of those since I was like a teenager. See, I make the best margaritas, like from scratch too. Also, too, there's this thing called. Do you guys remember eating the candy or whatever when you were younger? Called circus peanuts or the orange peanuts or marshmallow peanuts or whatever. Years ago, this at this bar, the very first bar I ever worked at, um, we're playing around with liquors or whatever, and found a concoction that makes a drink that tastes just like that, just like it. Yay! Wait, make sure you keep your sanity watching him. Katie's already like, yeah, I know, I know. This why I haven't watched him at all really up until this point. But I do want to branch out. I do need to cover other people and stuff. And really, I'm starting to get a little bored with Katie, to be honest. I'm not going to stop covering her, but just I want others. I want to do other things too. So, and he's actually kind of comical too, in a sense. Yeah, I make the best margaritas from scratch. I hate the prefabricated kind. Exactly. Yep. I like the I don't know. I've always liked tequila though. Always. Okay. So so I'm gonna go ahead and play Dottie's video now. So let's check it out. Now again, this is on Dottie Morgan's channel. I'm going to put a link in chat for this video. And it's called UniRock Memes 2, Part 2. And yeah, check it out.
that the boomer joke is apparently UniRach has disappeared because I murdered her. Yeah, they think I'm David Miscavige from the they're trying to frame me as David Miscavige when it comes to Rachel, and saying that Rachel was like kidnapped and hasn't been seen from. Even though she was just talking to everybody in Discord earlier today. I don't know how that works. I guess I'm mimicking her voice and her typing patterns to hide the fact that, oh, I was talking to her yesterday in my scope. That's right. You're right. Her voice was on my scope yesterday. I guess I recorded and put a trick on. But so anyway, just to catch everybody up, Cheshire is having a boomer fit. Where she's had a full breakdown. She usually has a boomer fit at least once a month. And she gets so frustrated and so angry and so mad and so pissed that she just blows up. And she takes all of her trolling when she's in the when she's triggered. And don't tell me she's not triggered. Go watch her video. You tell me if she's triggered or not. She triggered, okay? So anyway, they go, she's desperate. So she's realized that she put all of her internet money making schemes into Red's Rhetoric, a Silverfish, and a Peg Leg Pirate. Soy Boy Pinky, the Peg Leg Pirate, and the Silverfish. And she just realized that all of them are so exposed after this last week that the frustration and rage has built up until she couldn't do anything else other than go live and accuse me of grooming Menace. Drugs to minors, because she says that Menace is a minor. So since Menace is a minor, Uni's selling illicit drugs to minors. She accused me of not being ever in the military. So you do realize how against YouTube's TOS that stream is, right? I'm serious, Cheshire. You realize how against the TOS it is to question someone's military service? Oh, I don't think her channel's going to be around that long after breaking TOS so many times in one stream. But she thinks that by her taking these things that she's saying and screaming them like a cringy boomer that just had their fucking, Pampers taken away. She thinks that, hold on. Rachel, you're going to have to come up here. I'm going to have to go downstairs because I think there's food here or something. I'm coming down. I'm going to my office. Ah, I'm dropping my shit, bruh. Gus, shut your face hole. That's why I put you out. You're too freaking loud.
Was he getting attacked by a cat too? It's like the small ones when I kill them.
I could care less if you get up there and lie about me, stating that Menace is a minor and that I've given him narcotics and groomed him or whatever the fuck you said. I could care less about that. I could even care less about you vet bashing me, lying to people, saying I wasn't in the military and all this dumb shit. And I could give a fuck less if you get up there and bash me over my disabilities, my hip surgery, arm surgery, my stomach condition from the medication I've taken for those things for all this time, and all of the things I have to do at the VA with constant appointments to be able to get by and all that. Stop grabbing at me, Gus. What? He just wadded me. He just grabbed a hold of me. What's up, bud? You're not getting more food. I just gave you too much food. You are going to bust. You're going to pop. You're a fat ass. You are fat, Gus. I'm fat shaming you, kitty. Yeah, it's your own problem. You won't stop eating. No, I'm getting off the phone first. Stop it. You keep doing you. You keep lying about me. Because in the end, anybody who lied for Red's rhetoric and Sean over that $10,000 fundraiser, well, let's just say they're going to have to lie to people with a greater authority than any of us in the matter. Uni, it's not funny. It's gross. Oh, I know. That's why I put the vomit face in the stream title here on Twitter, because it is gross. She doesn't realize how gross that she acts. She doesn't get it. She thinks she's just this, intellectual that's up there behaving intellectually, doing intellectual comedy to respond to a situation in an intellectual fashion. That's what she thinks. I listened to 5 minutes of Chesh and Manya. It made me question why we let women out of the kitchen. Now that's good comedy. That's some good comedy, BCP. That's a good joke. Now, do they make their money? You remind me, any of these people, do they make their money by live streaming or uploading and gaining ad revenue? I do. On UniRock too, I make the majority of my money from ad revenue. Do they make their money from uploading and getting ad revenue? Do any of you know? They were asking Uni if he has a job. I was thinking, do any of them have a job? No, I do have a job. I'm a fully disabled veteran that was injured in the line of duty. So I do have a full-time job. My full-time job is being a fully disabled veteran. See, I don't go around bragging like they do, right? They go around bragging about any tiny accomplishment they've ever had in their life. I've never even told you guys what I used to do for a living. And I don't think I ever will. People might respect me if I told you, but I don't care. I'm not even going to tell you what I did for a living. I've watched you for a month straight. Where is all the millions you made talking about them? I've never made any money talking about them. I've lost money talking about them. Provably. Factually. Definitely. I know you have a job, Uni. I don't know about them, though. Who would hire them? Well, you know, the point is they want to be respected as YouTubers, full-time YouTubers. They want people to consider them that. That is their job. It's what they do. When someone asks them if they go into a grocery store or somewhere else, oh, what do you do for a living? They say, I'm a full-time YouTuber. Yeah, I'm almost done, guys. You'll probably see 3 or 4 ads play if you, oh, shit. Hold on. Meow, 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 meow. It's your turn. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. It was your turn. Meow, 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 meow. Hey, welcome to UniRock sings a rap song with his cat. Gus, what are we going to call that? Gus, what is the name of that song? Okay, that song is called The name of the song that you just heard was Hold on, for anyone else who just came in, let me try to see if Gus will sing with me one more time. You ready? Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow. He made a noise. He went burp. Meow, 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 meow. Yeah, there you go, Gus. What's the name of that one? Okay, the name of that one was All right, cool. Could you guys hear Gus okay while he was singing? I just want to make sure the microphone picked up Gus. So, Gus, I'm asking them now if they heard you. Well, I'm sure they did. Shut up. God. Gus,
I kind of want to steal his cat now. Like, I seriously want his cat.
please rescue Rachel. It's my turn, Gus. I'll sing with you in a minute. No, not right now. I'm not doing another song. No, dude. So anyway, I'll in a minute. Okay. I don't want to be mean to the poor guy. He wants to sing more. My buddy came over and I forgot that he was coming. Well, I knew he was coming, but you know how I stream and I lose track of time. And I was supposed to put Harley up so Harley didn't bite his foot off when he came in. So I heard my buddy come in and I said, oh, shit. So I fucking ended my stream and ran over there as fast as I could and was like, hold on. And Harley is literally attached to his boot and he's just standing there waiting on me to grab Harley and take him, put him out. So, yeah, I was like panicking that Harley might miss the boot and go for the leg. So luckily, we all got lucky. Harley did clinch onto his boot instead of his leg. Harley is a protector, man.
So now they're doing streams and accusing me of anything they can, and it's not even so here's what's up. So she goes an hour and a half of accusing me of anything she can think of, like anything. Like I kick cats, I sacrifice animals to the Dark Lord, anything you can think of. Then at the end of it, after an hour and a half of doing that, she says, I'm joking, and ends the stream. I've already got a lawyer wanting to represent me pro bono. You think I'm fucking joking, right? You think I'm joking? There's a lawyer who wants to represent me pro bono for defamation.
Oh my God, I call bullshit to that. No way. I can't picture a lawyer who would subject themselves to that. Oh my God. That hell, that's torment, that's dullness even too. I mean, if that's possible to be like incredibly just outrageous and dull at the same time, there's no way anyone would do that for a pay, let alone pro bono. Come on, dude. Yeah, nope. No, I would have to see that happen. And I would have to somehow see the payment not get made, which I don't know how I could see a negative, but still, I would have to see this before I ever considered it, let alone believed it.
Well, I'm not going to tell you how I have Netflix, but I don't pay for Netflix. But I have my own login. Mwahaha. Drake and Josh, I used to watch that with the kids all the time. Oh, what's this? Hannah Montana was pretty all right. It wasn't my favorite or nothing, but it was okay. The one with the kid, it's on iCarly. That wasn't too bad. SpongeBob is the bomb.com. I'll watch it all day.
Okay, look out, please. I can't hear anything. Can't hear.
Here, the volume right here, hon.
I can't hear even on my phone, hon.
I'm telling you, there's a volume switch right here. Look.
Of course I'm muted. Of course. Anyways, Dottie, awesome video again. I didn't even see the UniRock ones on one on your channel. If you have, I'm guessing you have at least one more. I got to check it out. As you've seen, Amber showed up. She can't hear though, so I got to give her a minute just to get sorted out and then add her back. I know. I'm doing the mute thing again tonight. I know. All right, she looks like she's sorted. You ready now?
Am I upside down?
You're sideways.
Cool. Yeah, I couldn't hear.
Oh, yeah, it's fine. I don't know what you're. There you go. There you go. Yeah, perfect. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Yes, I'm good.
It's
tired tonight, but
yeah, me too. I'm super sleepy. Sorry, my kids they realize it's the weekend, and so they just would not go to bed. So my husband's in there with them now.
It's all right. I since I went into work tonight, I knew I was gonna be starting a little late tonight, anyways. And I don't really have too much planned tonight. We played the UniRock getting attacked by Chihuahua video.
I watched that. That guy. Oh my God, with his make a sandwich. That's funny. That's not funny, dude. There's no intellect behind that. I'll make you a camel toe sandwich. How about that?
Camel toe sandwich.
I don't know.
No, that's funny.
That guy was just as lovely as an unsalted piece of popcorn.
But are you familiar with who UniRock is?
Is he the guy is that the same person you had on the other night?
No.
Oh, okay. No. I'm not.
No,
I'm not. I don't know.
UniRock was Katie's bestest friend and on YouTube. And also her biggest fan, I guess you could say. He actually, ironically though, he was making anti-Katie videos before anyone else. But then,
wow.
Yeah,
he needs enemies, right?
Yeah, a little over a year ago, he I don't know, flipped sides. So, and then most of all last year, he was a huge stand for Katie. So, but now they had a falling out, and now I don't know what he's doing, but he's not on her side anymore. That's all I know.
Okay.
So, but yeah, but we still make fun of him though. He's funny.
Yeah, I don't think people stay on that side for long. I mean,
yeah,
is that the case?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
How was work?
It was good.
Yeah.
It wasn't busy. I mean, it was a little busy, but I don't think it was as busy as they thought it might be. So, it was good. Yeah.
That's cool.
It was an easy night. So
nice.
So
you're bartending.
Hmm.
That's what you're doing.
Oh, I'm bartending. Yeah. Well, that serving. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I can't I waited tables for years and bartended a little bit and dude, I used to have the worst stress dreams for years after I stopped serving and bartending. Years I'd be in the weeds oh my god 42 needs a tea and salads and the steaks are overdone and yeah. Do you get the stress dreams or no?
Not so much. I know where you're talking about though. I used to get them a lot. I don't get them so much anymore. But and when I did get them, I don't think there was it was work caused anyways. But yeah, I just no, but even now, if I'm doing something or whatever, and I'll see something off to the side, and all of a sudden I'll be like, oh my god, I forgot this, and I'm going through my head, I'm like, no wait, I did it. Okay, no, I'm it's just but it's all day long. I'm like, oh my god, I forgot. But and it's I forget that I do shit. It's all muscle memory.
So it's not that you actually forget what what you need to get or whatever. You just forgot that you already did it.
Yeah, I forget that I didn't forget it. Yeah, I forget that I didn't forget it. Yeah, exactly.
That's my kind of week. Server.
Yeah, I don't know. It's I don't know how with the working with bringing food out and all that stuff. Where I am now, it's not tables or anything like that. So I don't know how people do that with tables though and shit. Like, I don't know how a waitress can do 2 tables at the same time. I don't get it. That's
I don't.
just, I'm in awe.
What do you mean?
It's weird. I can handle a bar with 150 people and they're all
Right.
by
Right.
themselves.
Bartenders
It's
have
not
that.
an
That.
issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy. I mean, whatever. I don't even sweat it. But you put me on waitressing and you give me like 2 tables, each with only like 2 people at them, and I'm lost. I'm fucked. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm fucking it up. They're getting somebody else's food. I mean, I don't get how waitresses do it. It's so hard.
I guess because I started out as a waitress and because I was 18, 17, 18, and then I later bartended. Yeah, so but I know exactly what you mean. My friend Rachel, she's a bartender first, waitress second, or server. And oh god, she was a horrible server. She was a great bartender, and like working at restaurants and stuff like that. Like yeah, the bartenders, like they handle a bar like nobody's business. But as soon as people start getting cut
Mhm.
and they have to take over the bar tables, they're fucked. They're like,
Yep. Oh yeah. Mhm.
help.
Absolutely. Yeah. And
So,
it's like that, like from like the first time I sat behind a bar to work. I mean, it was like I could do that. It was easy. I got it. So I mean, it's not even like I'm just familiar with bartending, but not with waitressing. Oh no, I'm pretty familiar with both of them. I
yeah,
just can't do the other one.
it's a different beast. Yeah, it really. Yeah, it's each like serving's harder in some ways and bartending is harder in some ways, and
Hmm.
but
Well, yeah, it's one thing I always loved about bartending. Just if I was oddly allowed to like tell a customer to go fuck himself.
no,
You
nope,
can't
not,
really
well,
do that waitressing.
no, no.
So I didn't like waitressing. I mean, well, you could, but yeah, you could.
You could lose your job.
Yeah.
Okay, so who made that? Dottie made the video of the guy.
Yes. Yes.
That
That
was that was
that
that
was.
was. I love the music. Like it was great. It was really well put together.
Yeah. Here
And
she does channel. She does like several videos like that with the memes and everything with
oh
Katie and
wow,
whatnot.
really? Like all of that? Like that's a lot of work. I mean, when I
Hmm.
do video editing, I do it for my phone. Maybe she has like a better setup or whatever. But holy crap, that's a lot of work. Good
Yeah.
job. Uh, praise. And I wasn't actually watching. I was listening. So I didn't see who said the nice things. But thank you.
Um. I'm sorry. I'm looking at something in the chat here
Oh yeah, that's fine.
because um. Hey, Tiny. I'm not ignoring you. I don't want you to think I'm ignoring you or anything like that. I'm actually getting to it now. I saw something about trauma being said. I just wanted to know what was. I wanted I want to know if I'm walking into something by bringing you up on panel. That's all. So just if I am, just give me a heads up. Can you do that? So because I know like there's been some drama or whatever going on in the community here. I don't want to make things worse. That's all. So that's we follow each other on Twitter, right? Don't we, Tiny? Is this you messaging me? No, it's not. All right, I'm gonna do this. Oh, trauma jelly bellies. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, all right. I thought that was going in a whole nother direction there for a second. Remember, the description said sobriety was an option. Just remember that, okay? That's all I'm saying. And yes, we do, girl. Okay, all right. I'm gonna send you a DM then. Wait a minute, we don't have a thread starter. Okay. Sorry, I'll find you. I'll find you. Is your name Tiny Dancer?
Yeah, Tiny Dancer. I've seen that person on chat.
Oh no, yeah. I'm wondering. I want to send her the link though. I'm looking to see how I can find her on Twitter.
When Chihuahuas attack.
I know. We were gonna play it the other night on stream. The night we watched the Todd mukbang. So but
Oh
we
God.
didn't get around to it. So and I was like, oh shit, I still have that.
That's awesome. Oh gosh.
All right. I'm gonna I'm gonna do this because this will just be easier for me. I'm going to send the link to Dottie and she can pass it along. If you can't pass it along, Dottie, let me know. And then I don't know. I guess I'll drop it in chat. Just after watching Red on her live stream, she dropped it in chat and someone showed up in her lobby there or her studio. It very, very indecent. I'm a little like you know how you had to click on the link to come into StreamYard?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, a lot of creators will just drop that right in the live chat here, and I've done that before. But this other creator, she dropped it in live chat before, and people came on and stuff. But then all of a sudden, she had someone pop up into her studio there, and they were jerking off.
No, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
And she's just like, so
exhibitionism.
I'm a little leery about just dropping it in chat. I mean, obviously they're not going to get on the stream unless I approve it, and I don't think I'd approve that. But
right.
mostly, I don't want to see it. That's all.
I'm trying to log into YouTube on this other thing so I can actually see the chat this time.
Yeah, that's what I do. Yep, that's right. I have the StreamYard thing open, and then I open another tab for YouTube. Wait a minute, I'm gonna lose here. I'm gonna lose sound here, I think, for a second because my shit's about to die.
Uh-oh. You know what? Mine is too. Well, why isn't it working? It's plugged in the charger.
Yeah, I don't know. My AirPod, the one I have because I lost the other one. But it usually lasts for a couple hours, and it lasts like I don't know, an hour and a half maybe today.
Oh man, those things are expensive too. I can't hear you. Next, come on.
Now I'm back at my other one.
You sound like a robot in a tin can.
Oh no, not the damn it. Wait a minute, I'll be right back. Okay, now, no. Do I still sound quality? When does that even change my...
You sound like you have one of those things.
Oh, great. No, it's still saying... Oh. Okay. How about now?
Sounds great.
Okay. It's weird. I could for some reason the audio settings on StreamYard, I go to mic, and they have my microphone listed in there twice, but they have it once as a default and then once as the microphone.
That's awesome.
So, but for some reason, one of them doesn't sound right. I'm on my phone, so. Okay.
Wow.
All right, I'm just going to drop it in chat. Please, no one with penises show up. Please, please.
I'll take screenshots and I'll put it all over the place. I'll show your mom.
All right, so I know Tiny wanted to come on, so we'll do that. Oh, and I know you wanted to bring a couple of things, Amber, right?
Yeah.
That's still the case, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I can't get the stupid. I mean, not the comments are stupid, but I can't get the stupid tablet to bring up the comic. What's that?
I'm gonna add Tiny here. Oh, you reading from the comment section?
No, I'm trying, but I can't get it to pull up.
Oh, these comments. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Hey, Tiny.
Hi. How are you?
How are you?
I'm good. You look so cute.
I like
as
your
usual.
hair.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate
So, how you doing?
that. I'm doing good. How is everyone else doing? But yeah, just so you know, my comment before had to do with my trauma from the Bean Boozled challenge.
Okay.
Oh. What'd you get? Like vomit?
I got all of them. Like 6 in a row. It was terrible. The video is on Dottie's and I posted like a clip on my YouTube, but it was so bad. I got like 6 bad ones in a row. They were, oh my God. For like the next day afterwards, everything like tasted like what it smelled like, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it was terrible. Never want to go through that again.
I remember.
Go ahead. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
The only way, because I was like, I'm not playing this game. Like, there's everything to lose and really nothing to win for me. So, but my kid convinced me to try like the baby wipe one, which, I mean, it wasn't the worst. But
there's baby wipe ones, so like what? They taste like different flavors of baby wipes?
No, it was like it was like grass vomit, baby wipes. Like that was just one of the bad flavors.
Did you notice with yours though, like, okay, so there was spoiled milk, stink bug, dirty dishwasher.
Oh, what the?
There's a few different ones, but booger was another one. But none of them tasted like them. And like, if you watch the video back with me and Dottie in them, I was like, this doesn't taste like booger. I've tasted my boogers before, and they taste like nothing. You know? So, like, I was really confused why booger was tasting a certain way when my boogers have never tasted like that. Like, you know? But apparently they also have, like, a fiery hot sauce, like, Bean Boozled challenge. I think I'd be interested in doing that one more.
Like the hot ones, or yeah.
Yeah, well, apparently it's like a smaller dial effect, whatever. Oh, by the way, yeah, I'm one of the few that are not as sober as the others.
Oh.
So I got my tax refund today, and I was like,
awesome.
Making it rain.
I didn't even think I was going to get money back. I owed money, but I still got money back even after I owed. And I was like, oh, shit.
You better be careful with that. The IRS, they don't play.
Well, no, they took it back. I screwed up my own taxes. And they were like, oh, you actually get this much back instead of how much you thought you did.
That's always nice. You know, and I feel
it is. It's
unexpected
great.
windfall.
It was. I woke up this morning and I bought Burger King.
Yeah.
I was like, yes, bitch! I get to get some Burger King.
Unless you got a sausage, egg, and cheese croissant, which I don't even want to hear about it. Yeah.
I had,
I
funny you
hate
say,
their.
I
Go
had
for it.
I had Burger King this morning. No, it was
Ooh.
yesterday morning. I think it was yesterday morning. I'm sorry. I forget what morning. Yeah, no, it was yesterday morning. It was one of their new. He came home with like 4 sandwiches. He's like, you gotta try these. These are brand new, and it's one of the like they're supposed to be like the Burger King version of the McGriddle, And it was
Really?
freaking
Interesting.
awesome.
They don't
It
have
was
that in
awesome.
Canada. What's
Oh
it?
my
They
God.
don't have that in Canada. They only have those
It's-
like croissant wedges.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's yeah.
What's it
You
called?
remember McDonald's had the McGriddles? It was like
We still have them in Canada, but they got a lot smaller, which makes me not want to buy them.
Well,
Yeah,
I don't think
garbage.
our McDonald's has them anymore, but the Burger King now has them, and they're new. But it's like it's almost like French toast, like sandwich
Yeah.
bread, but with the syrup or
Mm.
whatever flavor in it, and then it has the bacon, and then this had the I think it was scrambled eggs or something, and cheese in the middle, and it's some sort of sauce too. I think maybe. I don't know, but it was so good. It was like one of the best sandwiches I ever had. I'm like, oh my! And I'm not a really big breakfast sandwich person, but this thing,
Yeah.
I could eat the shit out of this. It was so good.
Well, in Canada, they have these. I don't know if they have them in the States, but in Canada, they're called French toast sticks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're just literally French toast sticks. And that's the only thing I really like besides like the cheese croissant wedge, whatever
Yeah.
the frick it's called. But either way, their French toast sticks are to fucking die for. Like they're so good.
Yeah, those are iffy too. I've had a lot of French toast sticks, and not everyone can get that right for some reason. I don't know, but
You can't find those in Canada though. That's the thing. It's like French toast sticks. I've found it at one other place where I live.
Phone fell.
Are you everything else set?
Yeah, it was just my phone. It fell.
Oh no, I have a laptop I'll sometimes use, and I try not to use that though because I have dropped, and like in the summertime I'll do these outside on the porch like until like 3 a.m. I don't care. I love sitting outside in the summertime, especially in the nighttime. I don't care. Especially eat some mushrooms or whatever, sit out there like 3 in the morning. It's fucking awesome, and I love her too. Then that's when I want to walk my dog.
Aaron, y'all.
So, when I do that, yeah, my shit's gonna be all over the place. I know I'm gonna break something. I know I am.
Yeah.
I gotta buy a desk, I think, for my porch.
Well, you know what I tried today, Aaron, was a Korean corn dog.
Oh yeah?
It was there's only one place in my city that makes them, and I finally found them. So a Korean corn dog is half of it is the hot dog, and the other half is like a chunk of mozzarella cheese, deep fried with potato around it, and then more potatoes around it.
So
it was so good.
It's deep fried potatoes and cheese?
It's like a corn dog. It's like a corn dog, except it's potato. So it's potato wrapped around it, like potato hash browns wrapped around it.
That sounds so good.
It was so good.
Oh my god!
I posted a video to some of the girls like in our chat, and like it was like ASMR. It was so good. It made me feel really good because like I watched Trisha Paytas so much, and she keeps getting Korean corn dogs, and I'm like, I want a corn dog. Like, I'll have to send you a video of that, Aaron, because you'll have to see. I bet you have them out there. Like here, it's very rare.
Yeah, I've never heard of them before. I don't know, but they sound freaking. We don't have them. We need to get them.
I know, right? You can get them too without the hot dog and just the cheese. And I think my next time I go, I'm just gonna get the one with just the cheese because it just seemed overwhelming with the hot dog and the cheese.
Yeah, just deep fried cheese. You can't go wrong with deep fried cheese. I mean,
Like a big
deep fry
freaking,
anything.
it's like a big,
Yeah.
oh my god, it's like a big mozzarella stick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How can you go
Sorry.
wrong with a big mozzarella stick? I wonder if I can actually show a photo. I probably can't.
Okay. Well, first of all, I know Amanda wanted to cover a couple of things. I know. So I want to hear. I don't know. I want to go ahead, Amanda, or go ahead, Amber. Sorry, I'm reading the chat. I'm reading the chat here, and I see. I'm looking for Aunt Amanda so I can follow this conversation. Sorry. But anyways, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Amber. Please.
Oh no, I had just wanted to say a couple of things about. I watched the live after we did it. I mean, not all of it because that'd be kind of weird, right? But I watched some of
I
it,
do
and
that sometimes.
well, I saw the some of the comments and stuff like that, and so I just wanted to like address just a couple of things because I didn't explain myself. I don't think clearly really at all when I was saying the stuff about BPD and NPD and stuff like that. There was no judgment in that. I wasn't. I was diagnosed with borderline personality disorder when I was really young. I was like 15 or 16. Well, I was young for how young they like to diagnose personality disorders, at least back then.
I understand that. I was diagnosed with borderline personality disorder as well. So.
Well, it's okay. I can't. The chat. Hold on. Let me change this. Okay.
It does. It takes getting used to. It does. I mean,
Yeah.
when the first I don't know, like 10 live streams I did, yeah, it's I don't know.
It looks like he was still talking over here on the screen, so I didn't want to I was
delay. Yep.
So
And so I look at the chat on the YouTube tab, but I just ignore what's in the screen there. I don't.
Yeah. Well, I couldn't get the chat to pull up on this one, which is what I'm like with you on, but I couldn't get it to pull up on this one over here, but I could get it. So it was,
Right.
yeah.
I hear you.
It was a little confusing. But I do, like I said, I was diagnosed when I was young with borderline personality disorder. So what I was saying about that, believe me, it was, there was no, I know it's probably borderline personality disorder is probably the most stigmatized mental disorder out there, really. So I'm certainly not going to be one to be throwing shade on it. But yeah, what I was saying about the empathy or empath, so it's out there a lot. Like, I don't know if anyone else has seen it, but if you look up borderline empath, it's like everywhere.
Really?
Yes, a lot of people who have borderline personality disorder self-describe as empaths, and
Okay.
and yeah.
I think a lot of people, I will back that up. A lot of people with borderline personality do represent towards and like sort of connect with empaths because we do feel a lot of emotions and a lot of feelings.
Absolutely.
A lot deeper than most individuals. That's one thing I've always found that has been really hard for me to explain to people that I've been with in relationships is how much I emotionally feel things a lot more than others. Even explaining it to my family members is really hard, but definitely we feel things on a different level.
Absolutely. It's,
And
a really good description for it that I've read somewhere is imagine someone with third-degree burns and a light breeze.
Yep.
That's how we feel things. Yeah. So it's always
exactly
big.
like that.
Yeah. It's big. It's intense, and it's like it's harder to regulate. Like you don't come down as quickly as other people. I am considered recovered from borderline personality disorder, I still think, and that is a thing. I've had to have this conversation so many times with people. It is. I have an official, doctor diagnosis. Not that it really matters, because I still have a borderline brain. I just am better able to.
You can manage it.
Yeah.
Basically.
Can I say it this way? Maybe just because I understand from my own viewpoint. I'm 33. I was diagnosed at 17. Even before that, they thought I was bipolar at 15. Then turned out as borderline personality disorder. A lot of the time, too, you have to remember that there's a lot of emotional impact on what people with these disorders are feeling based off of the based off the information that is coming from the general public. But borderline personality disorder is a disorder that is caused by trauma from adolescent and childhood. Based off abandonment, based off abuse, sexual abuse, physical abuse, verbal abuse, anything like that. So it is possible to overcome, but it takes a lot of therapy, CBT, DBT. That's how you can overcome that sort of thing. But like you said, but like you said as well, there's always those sort of traits that are going to be lingering in the back. That come from that past trauma that you can't cope with, or you can't learn to cope. They're just there, like I'm always going to have abandonment issues, even as much as I deal with it through therapy, and it's unfortunate that's how it is, but that's how mental health is. So
thank you for the super chat, Tennessee Velma. Personality disorders are tough. I have borderline and bipolar, and I also work in the field.
Awesome.
I mean, I've been in therapy.
Really, I mean, I don't know.
I'm 33, and I've been in therapy and on medication since grade 1.
Wow.
So ADHD. Back then they thought it was bipolar, borderline personality disorder.
Jesus.
They thought
I don't understand. I don't know much about them. I mean, anything I read, that's what I know. So
I mean, well, that's all anyone can know, but also too, a lot of it comes from when you're in school, and like my mom really fought for me really hard for me to get the right psychologists and the right doctors and the right people, speech therapists and stuff like that,
I mean, I don't know. I when the chat starts talking a lot of times, or when I have people on and people start talking about this, or like narcissism, it seems like so many people have like firsthand or secondhand experience with these things. I mean, no one in my family was a narcissist. I mean, I don't even think I could find someone in my family and stretch it to try to label them as, you know what I mean?
It is. There's a hereditary. There's like a hereditary part to it. So,
for sure.
Yeah.
Is there a hereditary part to
for sure.
too?
For sure.
I'm sorry. What?
Is there a hereditary thing to bipolar too, do you think?
Yes. Yeah. Because if you think about it, trauma has a cycle. So a trauma in a family cycle, it cycles. So like one family member deals with this type of trauma, then that trauma relays on to
their children.
Exactly. So it does.
All right. I see what you're saying. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. It can be continuous like that. Of course, you can't be born with it, but it's based off of trauma. And if families grow up in trauma where they continuously have trauma, and then the children bring up their children in trauma, it does.
It's a nurture and a nature thing. So, like my brother and I grew up in the same household, and he's not a narcissist, but he's basically the opposite of me. And that was like another thing that I was going to kind of go into, is that like BPD and NPD narcissism, they're kind of like two sides of the same coin. And that was kind of part of what I was saying before too. Like, I just wanted to kind of clear up that, again, it's like another thing that's out there. It's been studied, pretty well known. They are codependent. So you'll see a lot of times that narcissists and borderlines are in relationships together.
Okay.
I mean, so much to the point where I've like been like, like I've questioned, is my husband a narcissist? He has to be a narcissist. If not, something is wrong with him, because hello, he's been with me for like 18 years. There's got to be something wrong with him, you know. But no, he's I really like. I mean, he's just not a narcissist. I don't know what's wrong with him. Okay, but he, yeah, but it's a, I don't know how much I can't remember how much I went into detail about all that yesterday, but I just want to make sure, because I saw like one or two comments, and I just didn't want people to think that I was being, you know, judgmental or trying to stigmatize or anything, because I'm mental health is another, just like the vaccines. I advocate very strongly for mental health, and you know, take your meds if you need meds, do meds, and if you need exercise, do exercise, whatever works for you. So please.
Yeah, that's how I took it. But I mean, I also know you too,
Okay.
so I get what you.
Yeah.
I know, and I get what you're saying. You know, I'm the same way too. So I hear you. Don't worry.
I will see this too with individuals with borderline personality disorder. They're not necessarily always the best at speaking their truth or speaking about things that they are passionate about in a way that really connects with other people. Instead, it sort of can throw people off, because we can be generally pretty defensive with how we come off.
Okay.
And that's a pretty normal thing, is because, I mean, people with borderline personality disorders in general are very standoffish. They're very protected. They're very secluded.
So you're okay. So it sounds like you're like an intern. I'm the opposite. I'm like the external kind. Like so I get rage instead of depression. I get you know, I'm an extrovert instead of an introvert. And
for me, it was different. Like, I used to be the type of person.
Well, this is interesting.
Like, when I was 17, living by myself, I'm 33 now. Okay. When I first moved out by myself at 17, and I was in denial of my mental illness, and I was in denial of everything. I was at that point in my life where I could not be alone. I needed to have people around me 24/7.
And if they couldn't be with you physically, you had to be on the phone, because the worst place to be was alone inside your own head. I know exactly what you mean.
And my first apartment I got when I was 17 years old, it was the party house. It was the party place where everyone would come, everyone would hang out, I would fall asleep, and I'd have people all surrounded me in every room, and that made me feel some sort of comfort, you know? Whereas nowadays, I'm 33 years old, and if that was in my house, I'd be kicking their ass out the fucking door and telling them to leave me alone. You know what I mean? So, like, it really does change. And I've been in therapy a lot as well for this sort of stuff. So,
let me just pause 1 second for me. I'm almost 40, so like.
Wow, you look great for your age. Damn, girl.
I was like, does she think that I'm younger than her? Because I think I like her.
You look great for your age. So.
Thank you. My kids did not help that, so I don't know what's going on. But yeah, no. So it sounds like you were more like the internalized, like you beat yourself up, whereas I beat everyone else up. Like, I mean, not
laughing. Like, just the way you put that, though.
Yeah, it's kind of like, you know, they like her type of BPD, they would internalize things, so they would get. I never really had depression, even though that's a pretty big you know, part
that
of
was
borderline
my big
personality
part
disorder.
of it.
Yeah, and see, mine was just the rage. So like where you know, got sad at yourself,
was everything.
I got angry at everyone else. So,
See, mine was everything. Like with BPD, I remember back when I was 17, 18 years old, I'd be standing in line and like someone would just bump me and I'd be off the wall. Like I would be like, why the fuck did you touch me? What the fuck? Like, you know, like I was just freaking out. And nowadays someone like goes like that, I'm like, who are you? You know? So like it's just yeah, it's trauma based disorders. And those are a big thing. And that took a lot of like that took a lot of me to really actually come out and say, this is why I have this disorder. This is why I was diagnosed with this, because I didn't want to come to the realization of what happened in my past was what caused me to have that trauma, if that makes sense.
Yeah, there's the BPD, all of the cluster B ones. There's a lot of shame, and that's what we're trying to get rid of is shame. And you know, you'll do just about anything, and that's why I try not to hold people to too much of a high standard, because we feel stuff so much more intensely than other people, and then shame is already such a painful emotion. When you feel it, like physically feel it, you will do just about anything to get it away.
Get rid of it.
And so that's why, you know, people will say that BPDs are you know, manipulative and
we're psycho.
Yeah. and I mean, not to say that we, you know, we aren't at times, but it's literally,
it's not saying that we're not unhinged. We definitely are unhinged sometimes, but it's because we haven't been taught the proper coping skills by our parents throughout our entire livelihood.
Yes.
And that's how it happens.
I still, to this, you know, I have the emotional maturity of like a 12-year-old at this point. So, but hey, it's better than a 3-year-old.
True.
I mean, I'm like a child sometimes, but I definitely have more of a grasp on things than I did years ago. But that's because of my own recovery with borderline personality disorder, which I have overcome a lot of my personality disorder because of the therapy I've went through, and learning healthy coping skills and learning how to handle situations in a way where I'm not going to self-destruct or hurt myself.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm. And you know, getting a little drink on doesn't help, or doesn't hurt either. No, I'm just kidding. Don't let me say that. Because like I get that, you know, she's in a good place. So I'm not like recommending that. Don't just try to numb shit out, okay? Like I'm just
speaking of that though, I'm going to go fill my soda up. Okay, I can still hear you guys and everything, so I'm just gonna letting you know. All right, I'm literally 30 seconds or less. I'll be right back.
She's got to fill her soda up. But I think if anyone, I'm going to say it this way, if anyone has any questions about borderline personality disorder or any personality disorder in general, I think the first you need to do is talk to the person and just Google how to talk with them. Just be open. Don't be judgmental. You know?
Well, we leave some victims in our path too. So
some people do, not all. Like for me, for instance, I notice sort of my pattern out of my life is that I put myself in situations that were dangerous.
Oh yeah, that's
so you understand that.
Yep,
I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
So when you put yourself in that situation quite a bit, I feel like you learn about what you want out of a person. Like nowadays, I don't even want to hang out with people. I mean, it doesn't help that there's a pandemic, but
yeah, it's probably good that you don't hang out with people at this point.
I used to be really willy-nilly, and I'd just be like, oh, you want to hang out? Sure, let's hang out. Let's do this. And nowadays, I'm like, is that appropriate?
yeah, it's I think personally, at least for me, that a lot of my because I went I don't know if they do it the same there, but you have to do like 4 years and symptom remission and then extended.
No, it's way different here.
Okay, and then like I mean, it really doesn't even like matter. Saying recovered BPD, it doesn't really. It's just words. I mean,
everyone's journey to recovery from
right.
any personality disorder is all on their own.
Yeah. I mean, I still have another.
But
I still have a PD. I have OCPD, the personality disorder of obsessive compulsive disorder. So, which is different from the regular obsessive compulsive disorder. But so I mean, I still have PD in my life. It's either way. So I was definitely never gonna try to like.
See, the nice thing is like my last therapist I was in, but it was for domestic violence therapy. That's what I was seeing her like strictly for, was like past abuse in our relationship. But she even said that I probably should get re-diagnosed because she doesn't think I have borderline personality disorder anymore, just based off of, I guess, everything I've learned, which makes sense. But
So they like, and you're in Canada, right?
yeah, I'm in Canada.
So they like they'll just, I don't know, undiagnosed. I don't know that. I don't think that's.
They can't undiagnose you and have to go through the psychiatric program again.
Mm-hmm.
So where they would just like go through all the same bullshit, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, it still says that I'm a marijuana substance abuser on my records in Canada, and it's legal here. So
that's crazy.
I know. I asked my doctor how I can get that off of me, and it's the same thing. I have to go through like the psychiatric area part, whatever.
Yeah.
Especially because I have a like marijuana, cannabis, medical cannabis card. Let's see, what the fuck? What do you got to drink, Aaron? Huh? Oh, we can't hear you, girl. Unmute yourself.
Thank you. My favorite soda, Watermelon Crush.
Oh,
my sodies! I got my sodies.
We I had not seen it before, but they make a pineapple crush.
Yeah, I didn't.
Well, Matt and I were on a trip in I don't know, somewhere in Georgia, and I had gotten some rum or whatever, and the only thing that I could find that was pineapple to mix with my rum was this pineapple crush, and so I went ahead and got that. And
well, yeah, with rum, I bet it'd be pretty good. Yeah,
it was good. Yeah, it was really good. But I spilt some of it somewhere, and so like all the towels in the hotel are like really super white.
So you spilled it somewhere.
Well, I spilt a little bit of the soda on like the sink counter or something like that, and so I grabbed the towels to clean it up, and I didn't think I set it on the counter, and Matt comes up behind me. He's like, what is that? And I was like, it's that pineapple soda. He's like, Amber, it's like when they come to clean this room, they're gonna think we were doing some R. Kelly shit.
Oh my god, that's so funny. Oh my god.
He says the most random things sometimes. But yeah, your watermelon crush just made me think of that. Oh
yeah, I haven't even tried this like yet with vodka or whatever. I bet it's freaking awesome.
Yeah. Heck yeah! I just saw the watermelon crush out here for like first time.
You don't drink anymore, right?
Well, I do. I mean, there's no reason why I don't drink. I kind of feel like I grew out of it. Just I don't know. That's all there is to it. But I will. Like if I'm in a bar, yeah, I'll still get shit faced. That's cool. But it's even when I did drink, it was always in a bar. Like I rarely had alcohol at home or anything like that. But anytime I got in a bar, yeah, because I can still throw them back like nothing.
Yeah, I don't drink very often because I'm a binge drinker and I recognize that in myself. So if I have 2 beers, I'm staying out till 3 o'clock in the morning, and that's all there is to it. So, and I'm gonna hate the next day. So I don't drink often anymore.
Bless you.
Ooh,
Thank you.
I'm going to bring JC Mills is joining us. She's another she's a newer channel on YouTube. She's funny though. She has the kind of humor that kind of
Are you
sneaks up
saying
on.
I'm not funny?
No, I'm not saying that. Do you have a YouTube channel?
Yeah, I have a YouTube
Oh, you
channel.
do?
I don't always upload, but
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know that. I'm sorry. I'll have to check it out.
oh yeah, I mean, sorry. All I upload right now is pretty much Sims shit.
But
If
isn't
you
that what
want
we
to know
all
about
upload?
the
I mean,
Sims world and Rosalie being a whore,
okay then.
what?
Hey, JC.
Hi, I'm showing my
Hi.
face.
Hi.
So yes, you're on.
It's a cute face.
This is who I
Hi.
am. Tiny Dancer. I just wanted to say from way back in the day, you've always cracked me up. I think you're so funny. And Amber, the other night when you were on, you just I was cracking up the whole time and finding the conversation interesting at the same time. But I think we may live in the same state, so we may become
okay.
best friends, just to let you know.
Word? Are you in South Carolina?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm like Charleston-ish.
Oh, no, I'm up in the
No?
mountains.
Greenville-ish.
G Vegas.
That's where my
where I
mother-in-law
am.
is, so we can't be best friends because I'd have to come there and no, I'm just playing.
It's gotten bigger now, so
Yeah,
you can hide from her more easily.
The last time I was on my way to her house, I was going to take a detour and go to Aaron. I'm coming to see you. What is it, like 13
like,
hours?
come on.
I got this. 13 hours.
I'm like, you need the directions? I hear.
That's
You sent me the
detour
Google
of it.
Maps. I was
Yeah.
dude. I was ready. I was ready. You haven't met my mother. Well, maybe you have.
Well,
I really could have. Well,
no,
anytime you're up here again and you need a reprieve, I can always go out for a drink or something.
Yeah. I actually have a couple of friends up there, and I hope you voted for Kim Nelson when she was running. She was running for oh gosh, what was it, like? Just this past election, she was like Congress. She was running for Congress against that douchebag with the suspenders. Anyways, but yeah,
Which one?
For Greenville. It's for Greenville, and
That was a bad joke.
Well, she is the founder of the NPO that I work with, SC Parents for Vaccine.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. She's out there, and then my friend Leanne, and who
Small
sounds just like Aaron.
world. Does she?
Yeah. Are you originally from South Carolina? Nobody ever is. That's why I always ask.
Nope.
nobody ever is.
But I have lived here for 20 years now.
Me too.
I am from the redneck part of Florida originally. So,
okay.
And there is a redneck part of Florida.
Oh, that's where my mother, they literally just moved they moved up here from right across from Miami, the other side of Miami. Where all the hurricanes hit. Fort Myers.
Way up. South Florida is more like northern. North Florida is more southern.
Gotcha. Okay.
We're basically lower Alabama. That's where I grew up.
Oh,
we just
okay.
called it Florida.
The Panhandle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes. Redneck Riviera.
I'm familiar. Cornfields. Like.
Yeah. I like that you guys are talking about psychology. First, I think that's really awesome that you guys are sharing your experience.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
It's that's why I told Aaron it is one of my passions, and I didn't feel comfortable like kind of leaving it where people maybe were questioning if I was because it is a big deal to me, and especially personality disorders, because they get such a bad rap that I really wanted to come on and just make sure that everybody knew that, hey, listen, I'm one of you. Like, I was not talking shit, I promise.
Right.
So,
because you were kind of speaking of perhaps that was someone that we were talking about may seem to have some of those characteristics. I think you were saying, is that why?
Well,
you
I was
felt
just kind of
bad
saying like her. I was saying her. Oh, what do you mean? We're talking about KJ.
Yes.
Yeah, like just how people say that she's a narcissist and she says that she's an empath. I was just saying that, you know, perhaps if she does have a personality disorder,
right,
it could possibly be borderline personality disorder, and those are generally the types of personality disorders from my experience that right. I personally hate the word empath just because I hate like woo, like the pseudoscience stuff. But I'm pretty sure I said something about it last night. Is since I was my grandpa used to say that I was of the devil, because I used to tell him that people didn't like him, and that person thought he was lying or whatever, and he would be like, "Child, you are of the devil," and he didn't mean it like in an ugly way. He just meant like you see things that you're not supposed to see, and you're of the. And it wasn't that. I just, you know, it wasn't like that. But people, you're an old soul, and that's what that means. I'm like, don't say that. I know what that means. It's gross. Like,
yeah.
But so I just said, you know, that's a defense mechanism and not a superpower, and it's really not as like empath isn't the thing that people think that it is.
Right.
You know, it's
so I don't know how. I just learned about Reddit this past year with the pandemic and everything. There is, I've been part of other like depression Facebook groups or whatever, and it's just, but there is a Reddit group. There are actually two. It's a meme group for this, and then just the name of the group where people can talk, or subreddit, whatever it's called. But it's for complex PTSD, like the childhood trauma and everything. I really enjoy being on there. I learn a lot, and there are a lot of people of varying degrees of childhood upbringing. Like, for someone else mentioned this, and I was glad that they did, because I had similar thoughts. Like, some people are on there because they've had really horrible physical things done to them, and I haven't, but I kind of grew up in a different environment where, I mean, well, I was raised in the South by, you know, yeah, okay, I'm not paying you guys for this, so,
hey,
so
scale, baby, you're good.
Thank you. I'll pay you in drinks. So mine was more family members not knowing boundaries, me not knowing that I could tell people no. I was always taught that was bad. I mean, right up until as an adult, walking up to a group of people, needing to say something to them, but being terrified that if I say, "Excuse me," interrupt them, "Can you stop talking?" like I'm gonna get screamed at. That's just like,
yeah,
I know. And now, like, you guys' faces, I'm like, that's not so bad.
No.
But
no.
it's like, no, I see your faces that is that bad. That's what I'm saying.
No. Yeah,
it's kind of a community that it's varying degrees of PTSD. And I just started learning about the complex PTSD, which may or may not be recognized by the DSM yet. I'm not quite sure. I know PTSD, but I've heard that some therapists are like,
it's always, you know, like hit or miss. Like they'll pick up some things and they won't, or some doctors will go by last year's, you know, and it's so, like I said, I don't, were you here last night? I was saying that if we did it on the like the spectrum that everyone else does outside of the United States, it would be so much better. I think personally. But yeah, no. I wasn't
as much with outside of the US how they
basically like instead of having like your specific like cluster, instead of having like narcissistic and borderline and histrionic, and they it's more of just like a spectrum, just a personality disorder spectrum, and then so you might have like, you know, a little bit from here, a little bit from here, because it's more realistic. Because like, I mean, at least me, one doctor that I had in particular, I used to like, just, are you sure I'm not a narcissist? Are you sure? Are you? Because I think this is, like, and I would really forget. And she was like, look, finally, she's like, look, for as much time as you spend worrying about whether or not you're a narcissist, you're not. Like if you were, you wouldn't care.
Right.
So like, but I did, and I even still do sometimes have, some of the narcissistic traits or the histrionic traits, and then I also do have the obsessive compulsive personality disorder. So that's not like really, it's different, but it so it would just be easier to and less stigmatizing, I think, if it was just kind of like one PD with, you're just in various places on the spectrum. Because like me and the I'm gonna call her Canada. Like, what was her name?
Tiny Dancer.
Or Kendra, either or.
Like, okay, but
I know her as Tiny.
You can know me as Tiny or Kendra. I'm fine with either.
Tiny Dancer, I like that one. But like even she and I having the same diagnosis as borderline personality disorder, like she, well, maybe not her. She's more like kind of like a middler, and I'm on this
now
side.
I am, anyways. I would definitely say I would have been like when I was first diagnosed when I was 15. They thought I was bipolar or borderline personality disorder. But you can't diagnose really under the age of 18 if they have a personality disorder because of where their mindset is at. So by the conclusion at 17 is when I got diagnosed with borderline personality disorder.
Yeah. And that's what I was saying. Like they did eventually just go ahead and like I got the diagnosis when I was like 15 or 16. I don't exactly remember. Because with I was military, like a military brat. And so like with the diagnoses that I had and the shrinks they were sending me to, I was just like, boy, I was cutting them up. They're like, that's not a child. Like,
so did you go to military psychologists and psychiatrists?
Whoever through the insurance or whatever, but like they have, I don't know, certain whatever. But
I was just curious if it was different, civilian versus,
It was civilian. It was civilian doctors, but like the insurance said that because this was my diagnosis or because this was my age, I'm not exactly sure that I had to see the child psychologist. But I guess like child psychologists weren't exactly prepared to deal with someone with an adult because I was very much borderline even then. But I understand why they do. I assume they still do it that way, is to wait until you're at least 18. But at that point, it was just kind of like there was no real point. Like everything that
I have been told, and I'm no way. I always feel like I have to say this. I feel like I do know a little bit because just the world that I've been in, my own personal experience, and a little bit of undergrad school I've headed in this direction. But I've taken multiple psychology courses, abnormal psychology, abnormal childhood development, blah, 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 blah. But what I've been told by my professors is that it's difficult to diagnose most anything at that teenage age, especially borderline personality disorder, because it almost kind of mimics the behavior of a normal teenager.
Right. Yeah. I think just the yes.
I'm not accusing you guys of being immature.
That's
that didn't
why
sound that way.
I do agree with that. And that's why I say, like, when I was 15 years old, I was diagnosed with, technically, I'm doing the air quotes, bipolar, because they really didn't know where I was standing at. And they were like, we really think she's actually borderline, but we can't actually diagnose her with borderline because she is only like this age. And as I got older and I was in and out of psych wards, and my last time being in a psych ward when I was 17 years old is when they diagnosed me officially with borderline.
Yeah.
And then I
will do it.
went on to this skeet of like being in denial about my diagnosis for like a couple years.
Right. Because it was different or because you had one?
Because I didn't want to admit that I had an issue.
Yeah.
Not nothing. I just didn't want to admit that there was something wrong with me. Because I grew up in a family that there was already so many things wrong with the people around me, and this is exactly why I had to just,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, I mean, and it took a
I
lot
get
of
that.
time, and I had trauma throughout that, like even throughout me being in denial with having borderline personality. I went through sexual abuse. I went through rape. I went through finding my uncle dead from drugs. You know, like I went through a lot of shit.
Right. It sounds
And
like it.
it was just like a continuance of like trauma on top of trauma on top of trauma on top of trauma. But I made sure that I wanted to be ready to change my life.
Right.
And that's what it took.
Well, give yourself credit too, because you're getting a new diagnosis. You're dealing with past childhood trauma on top of current trauma. So you kind of had a little bit to deal with there. So
yeah, I call it co-occurrence trauma.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
it
that
makes
too.
sense.
You know, and especially people with borderline personality disorder, people with personality disorders, or people with just any sort of self-esteem issues, they're always going to go towards not necessarily the most healthy of relationships. I ended up being in very abusive relationships, which continued the trauma. I was in a 5-year abusive relationship from 20 to 27, 26, 27, 33 now. So, yeah, I mean, it's very common for people with borderline personality disorder to have continuous trauma that sort of upkeeps that diagnosis, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's a circle. It's like a vicious circle, and you have to kind of. I think a lot of like medical professionals, it's a fine line that they have to walk there, because between trying to help someone do better for themselves and not make those same decisions that lead to the victimization and stuff like that, but also not blaming the victim. So that's just one of those things that makes BPD so tough. You know, everything is walking on thin ice with BPD.
I think too, like, if one thing I would say is it's walking on ice with someone that's under the age of like 19, because our minds are so fragile, and like everything any doctor would say to me back in that day was insulting. How dare you tell me that I have this?
Yeah. All that's really tricky. And since you guys are being transparent, I will too. What's that?
I know. I was letting I want to let Tiny know that her sound just dropped out. Was it just me or was it her?
Yeah, we can't hear you. I'm not just ignoring you and talking over you.
I am not hitting you. That was my fault.
Okay. We weren't ignoring you. You like opening it up.
It was my fault. It's okay. I've learned to accept it.
What were you saying?
Me?
Yes.
Oh,
Tiny.
What was I saying, y'all?
Trauma after trauma, and walking on
you
thin
were
ice with
saying
19-year-olds.
like yeah, 19-year-old that you kind of,
That's our
not
minds.
you, but people with borderline are still kind of at least emotionally stuck that way. So you
Yes.
react like that.
Yeah, I mean, when you're younger, that age, you're more reactional. Like, you're going to react
Right.
more emotional towards things than other people. So people with borderline are going to react 10 times more emotional
Right.
than what I would now,
Right.
where I'm at my point of recovery because I've learned coping skills and blah, 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 right?
Yeah, absolutely. I wasn't diagnosed with borderline personality disorder, but I've been diagnosed with major depressive disorder, and well, I have anxiety, but they didn't like diagnose me with an anxiety disorder. I'm not anxious about the way that I speak either. But so but I can see some similar traits, especially again in the way that I was raised to. I saw people, grown adults, react that way a lot. I kind of still see grown, almost grandpa age now, kind of reacting that way. So therefore, I wasn't taught the tools how to deal with any emotions. And I'm not just talking like something, a deep relationship or breakup. I'm talking how to handle a stressful day-to-day situation.
A breakup between you and a best friend.
Yeah. Yep.
I think that's the best thing I can say is because I've gone through. So they always say in articles that people with borderline personality disorder can't hold really close friendships and bonds.
Right.
I'm a really good example of how that's bullshit.
Yeah.
So for example, like I was best friends with someone for 10 years, and 2 years ago, I had to make the decision, unfortunately, to cut them out of my life because I was going through a stage where I was going into college.
Yeah.
They were going through a destructive pattern of their own. I tried to help them as much as I could, and I had to make the decision to not associate with them, and it made me feel really bad, and I started to doubt myself on that decision quite a bit. Like, is it me? Was it my fault? Is this like, what did I do wrong to make them be this way? But it wasn't my fault. It's because they're going through their own shit, you know what I mean? And I had to realize that. And I
But when you grow up a certain way, and I don't know if this is how you did, but I've heard it's how a lot of people diagnosed with borderline personality have been raised, and I can kind of relate. But being raised as though everything is your fault, then, I do this, it was in your tone, or it was in your this, or it was in your that. I mean, you learn to second guess yourself, and you're not given tools to
how to
navigate
cope
life.
with that.
So
Yeah,
you're
obviously.
like extra.
Yep.
Obviously, that's a big part of it as well. But I think a lot of people that are growing up deal with that. It's just a matter of fact of, I think some people deal with it more. So, like, my mom would ignore me when I was crying in a vehicle and crank up the music.
Right.
Which is apparently not good.
Yeah. No, it's not.
No, yeah. And I never knew that until like last year. And I was like, oh. Like, that makes sense. So
I've had those moments through therapy, talking to my therapist and seeing her face distort in a way where I'm like, I'm sorry, was it something
Me?
I said, like, not normal.
Was it
and she
me?
said,
Was
yeah,
it my
that's
fault?
not normal. She's not that, like, what I experienced wasn't normal. I'm like,
Right.
it's not, yeah. So
When you don't
I
when you
feel
don't
you
even
on that
know
one.
that it's toxic, that the way you grew up was
Right.
toxic. Yeah. You're like, what? But everybody doesn't live like
Right.
that.
I
I
did not
thought that was
know.
everyone. I
I
didn't
know.
know.
Surprise.
So I have a question. This was mentioned. This was brought up in chat a while back, and I've been kind of thinking about it since, and I'm kind of curious. When I said earlier that how when people bring up like narcissism and everything, and I know nothing about it. I can't even think of someone in my family who if I were to stretch it might have been a narcissist. I don't know. I think it was Kimberly, mother of Rots, though, made a comment something like, I forget how it was worded because it was ways back, but it was if you look around at all your friends and family and you can't you can't point out the narcissist, then maybe it's you. She didn't word it like that, but she joking. I think at least I think she was joking.
Yes, you are not a narcissist.
So no one in your
Yeah.
friends or family? No one, Aaron?
It's
No.
definitely not me.
I mean, well, an ex of mine, I think, was if not definitely one, then right there on the line. I think possibly one.
Yeah.
But yeah, really, that's a couple of like people I was friends with, but they was loosely, because I think after so long you spot it or whatever, and you just see like, no, I'm not dealing with that shit. Screw that.
Yeah.
So.
And I think there are actually people, although no one's normal, but I think, at least I've heard, that there are some families, everyone has their problems, but they can be brought up in a functional environment. So that could just be the case
happens.
too, that you had.
My family, we had our problems, and believe me, my parents, they definitely had their faults, and we whatever. It's not even like that. Just I know neither of my parents were narcissists. From what I've heard about, like, I mean, because I knew my grandmothers growing up. And one of them I think I knew more than the other one. But it's like after they pass away, you start hearing things or whatever. It's like my mom, stories about my mom and stuff. And so now looking back on it, I wonder if maybe my grandmother was a little bit like that. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not going there, but yeah, that's probably the only one. I mean, I don't know. But does that mean though? Does every family and shit like have to have a narcissist? I mean,
no.
Could it be me?
Like
I don't know.
There
I
are
was
some
going to
families.
say yes, but that's just me. I think every family has a narcissist. Like,
no.
I don't know. Maybe it's just me and my own traumatic past, like that I've went through. I think every family has a narcissist.
Yeah, that's why I said I don't know. It's either people have conformed to it or they haven't.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it seems.
I think that there are and honestly, I think there probably are more like normal functioning families that yes, they have their off moments and things like that, but I think there's honestly more healthy. We all have issues, but it's that thing that it's not the toxic, the mental illness aspect of it.
Right.
Yeah. Healthy boundaries. It's
right. Exactly. Yes. I think
talking
that
about
probably,
problems when they happen.
Right.
I feel like we're talking about Modern Family because that's a great show, and that would be like the most greatest show to represent for chaotic fun.
But I think just because like our maybe our sight is a little colored by what is normal to us, because I mean, I don't know about you guys, but my family is just a bunch of fucking fruitcakes. Like there's Jesus, I won't even half my family lives in Oklahoma, and the other half is here in South Carolina, but we lived in Arkansas at one point and New York, so like we but the Oklahoma should tell you and they're pretty well known for living in Oklahoma too. For like my sister and my brother are both very well known by the police, and anyways, Yeah. And so that's our normal. That's what we see, you know.
Right.
And speaking of the three of us, not like everyone. So it seems less abnormal to us, but I think probably more people looking in would think, well, no, that's they would, you know what I mean?
Oh
I could
yeah,
be
I
wrong.
do.
I'm
Again,
trying to
my
see.
therapist's face when I have said stuff, I'm like,
Yeah.
so everybody doesn't experience XYZ growing up?
You're reminding me. My friend Bill, he tells a story.
No.
Um,
Oh,
You're
that's
special.
neat.
I want to read this one comment for you guys. I don't know if you guys seen it, but I want to read it. By Hoot3. I respect these ladies for telling their story, and they should be proud. They seem to be doing so well. I feel like they helped so many people with their story. They should be proud. So
Thank
just
you.
thought, in case you guys didn't see, I think you know
I already
they
Thank
should be
you.
proud.
also
I think.
love you. Thank you.
Thank you.
I
Yeah.
know, I'm
If
like,
you're if
don't make me cry, Oprah.
if you have you know, if you suffer from mental illness and you are someone who has the strength to oh, I'm not putting my fingers who has the strength to like talk about it and be like I hope you do, just because you know it helps erase stigma. That's a big thing. Like we got to erase that stigma.
Yeah,
We need mental health to be like a broken arm. Like let's talk about it, you know.
exactly. And I
Just,
was, gosh, my son's 10 years now, and this had nothing to do with his diagnosis. I shared before and probably a lot because I'm kind of annoying about it, but my son was diagnosed with something called Angelman syndrome. My mental health crisis happened when he was 6 months old. His diagnosis wasn't even until 18 months old. We really didn't know anything was different with him until about 6 to 9 months old. So this is not related to him, but I was hospitalized. I had suicide attempt. I made it.
that's
Yay.
some hormones too,
But
right there.
so when I went through, I inpatient for 10 days, I think. I call it the coolest thing that I've ever done besides having my kids and just regularly being awesome. But I don't think
Hell yeah.
when I was talking, like, okay, obviously my family knows that I went. And I try to make a joke about it when I come out. I'm like, oh man, I was in lockup for a little while. Or, I tried to make
Yeah.
it dumber than it was to make them comfortable. I'm like, we can talk about it. In fact, we need to talk about it. And the more people I did talk to, because mine was postpartum depression, like
Yeah. It's
bad.
similar, yeah.
Yeah.
And it was 6 months later, I thought, and I did not feel depressed the first couple, like 2 months. It was
That's 'cause
just
you were
that
exhausted.
repetition of not sleeping and yada
Yep.
yada and whatever.
Absolutely.
So I was like, no, I'm just tired. I just have the baby blues. I just, it's gonna be okay. People snap out of it. Well, sometimes they don't.
That's right.
And the more people I talk to afterward were like, oh yeah, I had this experience, or yeah, they felt more comfortable sharing their experience with me, saying that they also were hospitalized as well. And it's exactly what you're saying. That's what we get taught when we're in the hospital, at least where I have been, that there's no shame in this. You wouldn't have any embarrassment if you went to the hospital and had to be admitted because you had the flu or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
Same freaking difference. It's it's mental health.
It should
It's
be.
your health of your body.
Yeah.
Just happens to be
your body and your brain, and they're equally important. Maybe even your brain, maybe more so, because your body can be alive when your brain is. But like, the importance. I try everybody that I talk to, and I talk about mental health on my pages and stuff like that. And I'm like,
yeah.
I always say erase the stigma. We've got to talk about it as much as we can. And some people aren't prepared to talk about it. They aren't in a place where they're strong enough to talk about it right now. So we have to talk twice as much or twice as loud for them. And if you feel comfortable doing that, I more power to you. I will support you 112%. So
Yeah, I've been trying to become a NAMI support, not support
Yeah.
parent. That's my son's diagnosis thing. A peer leader, but I have to have gone to so many meetings to be a peer leader, and there have been a lot of cancellations. I mean, they're all virtual right now, but even with that, there have been so many cancellations because I guess I find this kind of, forgive my dark humor, but we've all have problems, all of us that are going to the NAMI meetings, and you'd think it'd be more likely for us to show up on the computer than it would in person. Takes a lot less effort to click your computer on, and especially if you have social anxiety and different things, like it's hard enough to go in. Why aren't you just clicking your computer on? But so yeah, no, it's been lower attendance, but that's something that I want to do because I don't, for one, I kind of feel like I don't look or sound sometimes like someone who has been to a mental health hospital, you know, what people
associate.
Yeah, because like right now, not right
You
this
don't look
second,
crazy.
I'm in my pajamas. I could look crazy to my neighbors, like, who is she talking to? But
yeah, mental health is one of those invisible things that, you know, but you look fine.
And you can have days that you're good, and you can have days that you're very much not good. And just because I got over one really exacerbated situation with my mental health doesn't mean that I'm going to never have one again. My husband had to figure that one out. Like, what? You're taking medicine. It's been this amount of time. You should be better. It's like, jokes
it's
on
not
you.
curative. It's palliative.
You still want to stick around?
Yeah.
But
yes, just so you know, I mean, the doctors have you know, they've told me that a sense of humor and a dark sense of humor even is one of the more healthy defense mechanisms. So you're okay as long as you don't get too like self-deprecating about it, you know?
Yeah.
So I noticed some of that kind of same humor.
Yes, that's why when you were talking the other night, I was like, oh yeah, I feel like I can appreciate her humor.
I always question myself though. That's part of that BPD thinking. It's like, did I go too far? Oh. And so even my kids, that's the worst part. Like when I punish my kids, I'm like, am I being crazy, Mom? Am I mommy dearest? Oh God, are they gonna hate me? They're never coming back. Yeah. Especially with my 16-year-old. He's getting ready. He's ready. He graduates when he's 17. He's going to the Air Force, and he's like, I'm like, he's never coming back. But yeah, so I was, you know, like I'll make a joke, or I'll go to make a joke, and I'm like, you know, question myself. Okay, nope, never mind. I was going to say something, but I'm not going to. And then after I say something, I'm like, oh my God, I'm sorry. So, but yeah,
it's very difficult for me when I meet new people, especially around here. Okay, again, I grew up in the South. Where I live now, South Carolina, is a different South than what I grew up. People were still kind of like me, like, yeah, they would say y'all, but they would also say like, hey dude, and whatever. And I get here and it's very shiny, blonde, different, don't know how to make a joke or take a joke. And I'm like, I feel like at times I live in the LA of the South, because it's just, hey y'all, how's the Clemson game? And I'm like, I don't know.
Oh my God.
But so I really didn't fit in when I first moved here. In fact, most of the people that I know are not. Sorry if you're from South Carolina originally.
Who, me?
No, anybody. I can't see chat, so I don't know if they're like, you asshole.
Oh no, if they live here, they've lived here for a long time.
South Carolina.
They know. Yeah.
But yeah, it was hard for me to kind of assimilate when I first moved here. So that being said, when people first meet me, they either think I'm like really shy or won't shut up, because both are true. Like, the only way I know how to talk is through awkwardness and sarcasm. So if someone doesn't pick up on that, I'm just like, okay, I don't.
What the hell do you want?
Right?
I gave you 2 options here.
Yeah. Can't. I'll just not
Yeah.
talk. That'll be better. That'll be better.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we've lived here for so long, but yeah, Greenville is, down here, Charleston, like, I don't know. I've been here so long. It's my people. Like,
Yeah.
So, like, the closer you get to, like, so Greenville, Columbia, like, Columbia is like 50-50. Like, kind of like what you're talking about, and kind of like Charleston people. But then you've got all the people like the governor and stuff. Have you heard our governor speak?
Yeah, I kind of like it. Not him, but I like the way he talks. I had a neighbor that talked just like that. I love it. That reminds me of the deep, the Charleston accents remind me kind of where I grew up. We have that long.
See, I much prefer like the Charleston, like, so not like the southern, but like the Geechee, like the Gullah, Charleston and stuff like that. Geechee is an old, language that is used by a lot of the people in
they made up,
Charleston.
right?
Yes, it's
the slaves that were on the islands.
There's so like all of the islands, like Hilton Head Island and pretty much all those around there,
right,
are where a lot of emancipated Black folks moved, and still live there now. And they use the sweet grass that grows, and they get it themselves, and they go downtown and they weave these beautiful, I mean, they are just beautiful baskets by hand, and they have the kids that'll do the
I have the flowers.
Yes, I do too.
Yeah.
And I actually just sent a couple to my friend in England. Erin, I was telling you about that, and they wouldn't let me send Sally's graham crackers. But they weave the kids weave the little roses, and but they I went to Job Corps in Bamberg, South Carolina. I was there for a little while, and there was this one kid there who mostly spoke. So I learned few things that I'm not gonna repeat because they're inappropriate. Like,
right.
But
in Geechee?
Yeah.
Cool.
So it's but it's I don't know if you've ever seen like the because I've had people correct me before, and they're like, "You mean Gullah?" I'm like, "No, I literally mean Geechee. Like, that's what it's called. It's the Geechee culture. It's the Geechee language. It's
right.
it's not Gullah. It's different. It's very Charleston centric to the people who do the baskets and stuff like that. But I'm not even sure how we got onto this. Oh, we were talking about Charleston, or I was. But
I don't remember either. I'm Stacy.
You were talking
Sorry,
about how,
Erin. We're like taking over.
I know, right?
No, I'm happy, very happy to, by all means. I mean, this, like, I keep reading in chat, and it's true. It's not very often to cover this topic on a stream and to have it go well. So I don't want to miss. I know. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and especially like in a lot of the subjects that go along with it. But between that and just, I mean, I'm learning a lot, and I'm sure other people are, and I just love the fact that you guys have this place to come together and talk. So I don't want to no. I want to push it up.
You seemed cool before.
I came with the intention of I was like 15 minutes, Erin. I'm not gonna be there for like 3 hours. Saying like a lot and stuttering, and what's going on. But I was just like, just let me. I'm just gonna say some stuff about mental health, just so they know I'm not being, because I'm down with mental health, and and here we are. This is
you're welcome, or I'm sorry. I say that a lot.
No.
But anytime, of course, this is only the second time I've ever been on YouTube, so this is the first time I've ever really talked about mental health in any kind of detail on YouTube. But on my other outlets and stuff, I'm in a place now where the shame just, it's not, I'm okay with me. I'm good with me.
Me too.
Yeah, you just, and I think part of it comes with age, and part of it comes with therapy, and I'm lucky enough to be in a good situation. My husband, I've always had a good relationship there, so I feel like because I can talk about it, I should, and I'll take any opportunity that I can, because if someone can feel better, if somebody else can be like, you know what, I'm okay with me, I can be okay with me too, like.
Or these people got help.
It.
It's like the whole hospital thing. I mean, even me, when we were driving there, I'm like, no, I'm not a crazy person. Like, the only things that I have seen were from the movies, whatever that movie was that Angelina Jolie and Winona Ryder were in. Like, I'm like, no, I'm not cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. And for one, once you meet people who are not in touch with reality, you learn that they're not cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs either. They just they have a mental health issue. And when they get medication, they're okay too, medication and treatment. But I remember going there and I'm just like, nope, the whole time I just felt this overwhelming urge. I'm going to run. I'm going to run. I don't belong here. No, no, no. And it sounds really cheesy, but there was a movie about Temple Grandin, person who has autism, and she was talking one time, I think, about going in a convenience store, and there was just like these sliding doors going back and forth, and it overwhelmed her, I think, sensory wise, and she just like didn't think she could handle it. And she's like, either someone told her and she adopted this phrase, or she came up with it herself. But it's like, it's just doors. It's just walking through doors. And I remember hearing her voice saying that when I was like in front of the doors. Like, I can't think about all that crap, whatever I'm about to walk into, but all that I have to focus on right now are just walking through these doors. That's all. I'm just going to walk through the doors. And it's probably good that I did, because then I learned that you can't go back out once you're in. So
well,
if I had known that, I probably wouldn't have done it.
I have goosebumps, like the hair on my arm is standing up, because I hear that it's just walking through doors. You just have to walk through doors. Like, I see things that there's so many levels to that. That's like an onion right there. Like, that's.
Well, I do stink. Sorry. Jokes. I grew up military dad,
Me too.
They just they're always there.
You could that story right there, even just that little, it could be used in several different ways, and to help people through a lot of different things, really. I mean, you can kind of make a metaphor out of doors for just about anything in life, So that's pretty. Absolutely. I think that was pretty. Yeah. That was definitely a tits story, isn't that what you said the other day, Aaron? Tits, something's tits, not taint, tits.
Not taint.
Yeah, when something's good, it's tits. When it's not, it's balls. When it's not, it's balls.
Hey, I like that better. Let's lift up the female, And,
not on a scale of 1 to 10, it's a scale of tits to balls. How good was
it? Tits to balls, yep.
I've not heard that before.
Well, because I mean, no one's ever really upset to see tits, but how many people really actually want to see balls, So that's how I look at it.
Many.
They're probably like my least favorite appendage.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah,
that is very true. I don't see the like, hey, chicks going around. We don't get that for Mardi Gras. Mardi Gras for showing those. So
imagine having a poster up on your wall as you're a teenager of a set of really hot balls.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Not the same thing. Or it doesn't bring out the same reaction, that's for sure.
No, that's exactly.
Yeah.
Well, thank you again for letting me come on here. It was good to talk to you, Amber, and
you too, most definitely. Yes. She left.
But
yes, it was nice to have you on again, JC.
Thank you. All right,
yeah,
I'm gonna figure out how to leave.
I can kick you out. No. Oh God, John just said, have you heard of Scrotux? It's putting Botox in balls so
in
they aren't
scrotum.
wrinkly.
Yeah.
Oh,
Why?
yeah.
I don't. That's like no.
Who's looking to care if they're wrinkled or not? I mean, I don't know.
You know.
Okay, all right. I know women do all kinds of weird shit too, so I really shouldn't say anything.
I want Botox though, but not. I don't have testicles, so I don't want it there.
So I don't want it there.
But I do. I have the. I told you. I don't know if you've the lady that used to do my eyebrows. She used to literally like come up to me while she was doing my eyebrows, and she'd be like, "Put your eyebrows, wrinkles." She's Vietnamese, right? And I was like, dude, my face is just that way. Like I can't help it. I look perpetually surprised. Like they just are up there. Okay, I'm not even kidding. So the nail salon where I got my eyebrows waxed, like the corner here was a Food Lion, and I was in there one day, and I kid you not, she walked up to me. I'm over there by the squash, and she walks up, and you're right, your face really is like that. I'm like. She was trying to push down my eyebrows in the middle of Food Lion. I didn't even know. I was like, "Who is touching my face?" But of course, as soon as I heard the voice and accent, I was, "Oh, yeah. You crazy person!" But yeah, I really need it, like in this area.
It's really trying to drum up business, though, isn't it? I mean, what? You come.
Well, she doesn't do Botox. I mean, she does nails and eyebrows, but she just was very,
she doesn't even do it. Oh my god!
Yeah, so she was telling me, that you can't, if you keep leaving your eyebrows up, that your forehead's going to get wrinkled, and she did not lie, because it's like it's a curse on me. She don't let your nail tech or your eyebrow technician tell you that you're gonna get wrinkles, because it's a curse. She's putting them on you. No, she's putting them on you. Yeah, so I have really deep, but I would love some Botox right there, and I don't want to hear nothing about toxins.
I don't want to hear nothing about what? Oh, toxins. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, yeah, I suppose, yeah, if we can put Botox in our face, I guess men can put it in their balls.
Women put it in their armpits.
For why?
Like a friend of mine's daughter has like a sweating thing. Like she sweats over like a lot. So she gets them in her armpits. Botox helps, and then I've heard of people getting them for headaches.
Yeah, that I've heard of. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess there's a couple of different.
Yeah, there's actual medical uses for it and everything. I get that, but
I'm just like vain.
To smooth out the appearance of balls.
that's a bit much. Yeah. You can just play that like the movie Waiting, like the bat. What is it? Batwing. Just
oh my god! Yes. Oh, the goat, the bat. Oh, the Batwing. Yeah.
Oh, who was? I can't remember now. I think it was Judith.
Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah, but I think it was, who Judith is. You know what I'm talking about. From South Africa. You know who I'm talking about. If I said one thing, you would know, but I don't want to say that.
Okay.
But yeah. I was thinking it was you, but I think it's her that posted about Waiting, and we were like quoting. Oh, it was Ruth, and we were quoting lines back to each other, and it was me, Ruth, and Judy. Yeah. So that was just like the conversations that he has with his mother. There we go. There's talking about some of those boundaries right there. Those are some horrible boundaries for parents. If you've ever seen the movie Waiting, the way Ryan Reynolds and his mom talk to each other, that is not okay. If that's what your family is like, let me tell you, it's not okay. But
I love that movie. Oh god.
Oh, me too. I mean, if you've ever waited tables, you have to look at that movie.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Or if you've ever wanted to spit in someone's food. Or I'm kidding. I've wanted to. I've never done it though. Never done it. So they have cameras everywhere. So
I worked at IHOP, and a girl that I went to high school with came in, and a girl that I was friends with working. They put eye drops in her soup, but the girl that I went to high school with, like, got suspicious or something, and the girl that I worked with, she ended up getting busted and fired. So it didn't work out well. So yeah, to my knowledge, that doesn't actually happen, and I waited tables for a while. I've never seen anybody get anybody's food or put pubes in someone's food, or the one time that somebody tried to do some stuff to somebody's food, they got busted and lost their job. So
yeah, I honestly, every place I worked, I've never seen or heard of anyone doing that. There, it's just. I mean, we've all seen it or not seen it, but we've all heard of it being done. But in the place I was working, I never heard of it being done, especially not when I was there.
Yeah, like the only thing I remember hearing from back of the house is like, oh, they come 11 o'clock, they're getting 4-day-old French fries, something like that,
Exactly. Yep. Yep. Oh, yeah. We're closing in 5 minutes. No, sorry, we're all out of food.
Yes, food's gone. I can bring you a plate of ice.
Where'd it go? Oh, John says, wait, Ryan Reynolds is sexy. Deadpool is a bit pruny. Okay, all right.
Deadpool's a bit what?
Bit pruny looking, but I thought that comment might be going somewhere else, because I imagine everyone loves Ryan Reynolds, so I know people have wonderful things to say about him. I feel the same way, but I don't know. I can't get past the fact that he did the proposal. Like something.
I love that movie. What?
Really?
Betty White
with Sandra Bullock?
Down my balls. How do you not love that? Betty White, like getting down, sweat drops down my balls. Oh, oh, I love her. Eye drops cause diarrhea. Ooh, yeah.
They do? Oh, okay. That's why I was wondering, like, why eye drops? I don't.
I mean, I didn't know what the point was, but I mean, I never tried to like poison.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. If you just know, I guess just knowing you put something in the food or whatever would be enough, possibly. But yeah,
right.
I mean, if it was water, like, I watered your shit down,
Yeah, well, I think that would be especially like if you. Oh, so I like rubbed my nose. And then I looked over here and I saw myself rub my nose, and I was just like, "Oh, that's awful." I noticed. I noticed yesterday when I was. I tried not to move so much today.
Like, I do that a lot.
Did it look like all kind of like jerky on your end? That's when it played back to me. It was like the internet was too slow or something to keep up with my actual movement.
Yeah, sometimes it'll look like that. I think with my internet, like some days it just sucks, some days it doesn't. So, but yeah, in the sucky days, that's what it looks like.
So today I've been trying to like remind myself, like, quit moving so much. Like I looked like I was trying to do the robot. Sorry,
I know. Just my hands, everything goes crazy when I start talking a lot. I know.
I took broadcast journalism and drama all through high school. And for broadcast journalism, they tell you, don't move your hands so much. Like, well, you really only have one hand anyway. But then broadcast journalism, you're supposed, or not, vice versa. Drama, you're supposed to be acting natural, so you move your hands, body movement, stuff like that. So it was like back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But you were supposed to enunciate and project your voice for both. So that
Yeah, that and like breathing exercises. Like I find too, just talking, especially if you're going to be, on camera, or whatever, talking, just, you're the only one talking often, is if you're doing a video or whatever. So you don't want to sound like you're running out of breath, or, you don't want to run out of breath at an inopportune time. So just doing the breathing exercises that singers do, that can have a dramatic, just a huge, it can be hugely beneficial. It's just how you sound, how you come across, and yeah.
Okay. I think I sound like I talk through my nose.
I sound like that too. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like the nasally. Like, have you ever heard? Do you hear, like, if you hear yourself on the phone, what you sound like on the phone? Are you like, oh my god, I can't believe that's what I sound like?
I don't know. I didn't notice anything because I did watch some of the video last night, and my voice didn't sound weird to me. It did a little bit. I was like, do I have lisp? Like, do I have a lisp? I have like a thing under my tongue that is, I'm not able to move it as much. It's like almost like a herniated tongue floor. Okay. I'm serious. It's like this underneath, and it hurts. So maybe that's why I have this lisp that I have not had before in my life. That's the only thing that sounded weird to me. I was like, do I have a lisp?
It's okay. You might be told off for breathing like I was.
What?
Yeah. Sue says it's okay. You might be told off for breathing like I was.
Oh, was she like on KJ's stuff and got yelled at for breathing or something?
I don't know. It was she has her own channel, but
Oh, okay.
maybe in the comments or something, someone gave her shit for it because yeah, you like when you have a channel doesn't I don't care how many subs you have, whether you have like 50 subs or you have like 5,000 or 500,000, you're going to get the most odd and weird, just complaints about you. Which I mean, whatever. It is what it is. It's interesting though. It's like really. How do you pick up on that? Really?
I don't know if I would, because I mean, I'm gonna be like, what? I mean, I was like, I'm not gonna be like Katie about it, but really, you don't like what? The way I breathe through my left nostril? Like, it seems kind of nitpicky, some of the stuff. It's like you realize the people, like, whenever people talk shit, to pages on Facebook and stuff, I'm like, you realize that there's like people behind that page that you're talking to, right? Like,
Right,
those are
yeah.
people. So, like, when you, whatever, not like the trolling and stuff, because they're just trolls, but like when they say like just hateful stuff, I'm like,
Right, yeah. Yeah. Oh, I mean, yeah.
I think it makes it easier when you're on the screen, so like you're not a real person or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
So
Well, yeah. I mean, think about how you view people or whatever on a channel. Or a lot of times, I mean, it's just I think for the most part we remember it's a human or whatever. But I think that if someone gets you upset or whatever, you have to stop and think. I think if we were actually face to face with each other, like most of the shit that gets said would never get said.
Yeah, I mean, I say stuff, so I mean, maybe not. I don't know. I'm trying to think because I feel like most of the stuff that I say, I would say.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, it's not me.
Yeah.
I mean, well, maybe more so now that I'm older, but like years ago, like I was a mean girl. I was kind of a bitch. And yeah, there's a lot of this shit I would never say now. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't like, I think that being insulting is an art,
Yes. Yes.
And it's, you can't just like slap people in the face with a fish, like you have to, there's a, you gotta, like, you can't just come right out with it. You can't be like, hey, you're stupid. Like that's not, it takes no talent. That's lazy. Like, you gotta,
yes, you have to be creative. Yeah.
You're smart blind, or like I don't know. Like, I mean, just come on, huh?
No, I see. Yep.
Or,
yeah, I mean, even like in the vaccine community, there, anytime I could really appreciate a good insult from an anti-vaxxer if it was creative. It didn't. I don't care. Yeah, it didn't matter how bad or insulting or whatever, but if it was creative, all right, I can deal with that.
But they don't. They get on. They're like freaking hooved animals on their keyboards, like all caps, exclamation point, no other punctuation ever. I'm stereotyping, but it saves time sometimes.
Right. Yeah. No. Yeah. Absolutely.
But,
absolutely.
They're not all the exact same person, but they sure do look like it on Facebook.
Oh, this is what she said. Okay, Sue says someone suggested I do a 5-minute video of breathing heavily into the phone, haha, just to annoy the person who complained.
See, that's some shit I would do. Like, I mean, maybe not 5 minutes because I'd get bored, but like, I'd be like, and just, for as long as I could stand it, just to be that, I don't know. You don't tell me what to do.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was me. That was absolutely me when I was young. I mean, now I don't know. I think now, just being older, or whatever. Just I don't take shit so personally anymore. I mean, because it was never personal most of the time back then. It was just something was said, but you take it personal. Like I feel like if you have a critique about this one aspect or thing I did or whatever, well, then you must be against me, and who the fuck are you to be against me, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that was me years ago, but not anymore.
Yeah.
Or maybe a little bit, but no.
I think we all
You'll
have
never
like
see it. You'll never see it.
yeah. I think that's what kind of like, I don't know, makes it different for me. Like there is nothing you or anybody, I mean you know, as in everybody but there's nothing you could say to me that was any worse than the things that were being said in my own head. So like I
Right, yeah.
never really, you know, if you didn't like me or you said something ugly about me, like whoopty shit, get in line, you know. This one never goes away.
Yeah.
But so I don't know, maybe that's why I just kind of like it all just kind of, I'm just like but see, now when you talk about somebody else or then that's when I get pissed. That's when so I'm good as long as, you know, it's aimed in my direction, because it's just, I'm like, whatever, I care about your feelings, no. But when it's about, you know, somebody else, I think you've seen me like
oh yeah. It's fine. Like you and Dory, I mean, you both are, I don't, you just, it's a very, you have a way of dishing out the snark and the insults in a way that the person who's receiving them doesn't even realize that they were insulted until like after you guys left. It's
yeah,
amazing.
see, and that's what that's the art in it, you know. You have to like, it's, you know, it's, the people who just like are bull in china shop, you're just like, you're ruining this. Like, just leave the snark to somebody who knows what they're doing, okay?
Yeah.
Because that's not it. But I don't know. That's, you know, my claim to fame is being super insulting.
Hey, that's not a bad claim in my opinion. I don't know. That's a good claim.
It's all right. It's all right. Oh, I was showing my friend Bill. I showed him. Well, we watched your which one was it? I'm trying to think. One of the translators. I can't remember which one it is now, but we watched one of those, and he was also going like this the whole time. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm trying to see their boobs. That's not how phones work. Like,
yeah, you just have to look up. Yeah, hold up a little closer. You can see
you
over.
pull
Yeah.
up your shirt. You're like, don't look at me, Bill. I'm feeling a little anyways, but he yeah, but so we watched that, and then I showed him your when you were on CNN with the Jude thing, and yeah, so like I was bragging on Aaron today. Because he came over this morning and asked me, like, you know, how the YouTube stuff went, and I was like, oh, and so I was trying to explain like Aaron KJ, and he couldn't, you know, it was like getting confusing. So I was like, oh, just hold up, look, you know, and so it's a little easier when you can put a face to the names and stuff like that. Yeah. But he thought it was great. He thought your translator was great. It's funny. Awesome. He usually, when I bring up videos for him to watch about different things or whatever, he's just like, killing me here, Amber. This sounds just like that. Killing me here. Yeah. But he sat there and watched the whole time.
Oh, cool. Awesome. Yeah. My boss will watch like my lives, I guess, sometimes or whatever in a video. And it's funny because like some days I'll come into work and like no hi, no nothing. I'll just walk in and she'll be like, okay, so and she'll start asking me questions. I'm like, okay. Yeah. It's fun.
Yeah. Okay. I was like super tired before we started.
And, oh my god, I was too. Yeah, I couldn't even speak. I was like forgetting words and shit.
Oh, real quick. So, what day did we do? Wednesday, Thursday. Anyways, the next day, I have to get up at 6 a.m. because for my kindergartner to go to goes to school at the ass crack of dawn. But yeah, I slept through my alarm, and I dropped him off at school an hour late. And the lady who comes out in a little mask and with her little pad to like sign him in and stuff, she didn't even have to ask us anything this time. Like, she just knows me. She's like, okay, you're good. I'm like, oh my god, you know
it's
us.
Awesome. It's awesome.
But yeah, that was like the latest we've been though. Like, it was over an hour late. So usually it's like, you know, 7:30 we're getting there, and school starts right then. So
like 7:35. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Diane says today's translator priceless. I'm a nurse. Thank you. We only run our asses on the floors of special clients.
I didn't finish watching today's yet, so I started it. I
Okay.
haven't finished. Yeah.
Okay. With the jokes, remember how? Well, you'll see. It was like the
Did you change? Were you changing outfits?
Well, because I made the video like over the course of like about 2
Okay,
days.
okay. I didn't know if that was like something you were like. I was like, hold on, wait.
Oh no,
like,
no, I didn't do it on purpose. No,
dude, it was kind of cool because I was like,
yeah, no, that wasn't on purpose. Usually, usually I can sit down and just bang it, or just do it all in one shot. But that still takes a few hours, and you don't always have a few hours all together at once, uninterrupted. So
no, I do. I have that all the time.
Oh yeah.
I had to make sure my kids were asleep before I came out. Well, not even really. My husband had to go take over. Okay. Good night. And that was horrible. I sound like a 17-year-old boy with my voice. Good night. All right.
But yeah, when you watch the video, though, it's like the last few minutes. You'll see it because I couldn't even get the jokes out without laughing.
This was a longer one. Was it like an hour or?
No, it was about 15 minutes or so. Usually, they're usually like I think in between like 10 and 20 minutes. Usually, the past couple of ones have been shorter. So
okay. For some reason, I thought this one was like almost an hour or almost half an hour. Okay. Bye everyone.
Bye.
Thanks and erase stigma. Okay. Bye.
Bye. Okay, and I am going to follow her because I am exhausted, and it is 2:30 a.m. I'm trying not to yawn. Sorry, I fought it off. I did really good fighting it off, but that one snuck up on me. So yeah, I'm going to follow her. It's late here, so what's today? Saturday. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll do a live Saturday night tonight. If not, then tomorrow night. So, yeah. So good night. Oh yeah, no, I want to thank everyone who came up on the panel too for an awesome, informative discussion, and just it did. I think it went just very well. I mean, in the chat and everything too. I want to thank everyone in the chat too for being respectful and just participating. I think it was great. I would love to do more of these too. So, thank you everyone. So, but all right, good night. See you guys later.